Bon. Bonjour tout le monde. Aujourd'hui, on est en soirée cette fois-ci pour faire changement. Pourquoi les heures ont pas été de mon bord. Mais écoutez, on réussit à le faire en soirée. Ça risque d'être plus dur. Ça risque d'être plus court. Mais écoutez, on va faire avec ce qu'on a malheureusement. Mais avec de la chance, on pourra continuer de bientôt. Alors, on va juste dans un instant changer tout.
Jitsu here is quite tame.
Voilà.
I shall unleash the vibrant colors
Hein?
of dazzling ninjutsu.
Qu'est-ce qui s'était passé la dernière fois? Non. Qu'est-ce qui s'était passé la dernière fois? C'est simple. Il y a Aventurine qui a atteint le stage où est-ce qu'elle allait avoir le show. Évidemment, il vient juste de le commencer. Promenade parmi les morts. C'est assez lugubre comme titre, mais écoutez, on va voir qu'est-ce qui... Chrono, qu'est-ce que tu fais dans le milieu de la rue? Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Quelque chose chez la personne avec qui se fait. Ok. Qu'est-ce qu'il veut me parler? On va être bye, hein? Ah, allons-y! Allons voir qu'est-ce que ce très cher aventurien a en tête. March.
I
Allez,
have
toi et
a
moi.
bad feeling that something big's gonna go down. Are you ready?
Ben oui, c'est sûr, l'aventurine va pas prendre les micros pour rien.
Let's waste no time and head to the...
Non? Espérons que c'est pas ce que je pense, mais écoute, les chances que ça soit ça. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a entre ces deux-là?
Why did you not tell your companions about my true identity?
It's just like you said, an inability rather than an unwillingness. Plus, it's a long story, something that can be summed up in a few words.
Okay.
But I chose to believe you, and my trust in you stems more from my own personal judgment. I also believe that if it were their choice to make, they would make the same one.
Ben oui. Je sais même pas de quoi il parle.
Thank you. I'm grateful.
Bon, déjà, on a
To reciprocate.
un dude qui est censé pull up
In the upcoming
à la
confrontation,
recherche de Chiron, qui est la femme
the
qui est en
odds
train de
aren't
présenter.
in the astral express's
Dont on est en train de
favor.
parler.
I
Il y
will
a
stand
la femme des mémoires, la gardeuse de mémoire qui est censée l'accueillir.
with you if my
Pas en tant
meager
que
strength is
traître, pas
required.
contre nous. Elle fait juste faire de gauche à droite ce qu'elle a à faire, quoi. Ok. Fait un moment qu'Aventurine attend sur la scène au centre. Rejoignez ce joueur invétéré sur plateforme. N'est pas prêt d'oublier. Let's go. Il me faut du physique, de la glace et de l'électricité. Let's go. Écoute, on a une équipe.
We're
Right,
back
Nikki,
here
beat it.
again. Aventurine actually chose a really conspicuous location. That guy's really taking it to a whole new level.
Not a soul in sight. The hounds drove out the visitors, and now their whereabouts are... Everyone, pay attention. The other party has obviously come prepared.
Let's go.
Dream seekers, tycoons, esteemed guests of the watchmaker and the family.
Oh, la scène.
Also not forgetting the nameless of the renowned Astral.
Elle est plus vite que ce que je pensais que ça allait être.
Astral Express. You're late. And this. Unsought guest.
Ah, là, sois plus poli envers
We've
Chiron.
kept your appointment, Mr. Aventurine. It is customary to show yourself as well.
I will, naturally. But before that,
Très invité d'honneur.
I've got to introduce our guest of honor.
Et c'est qui au juste?
Everyone, give it up for Mr. Stellaron!
Ah, comme par hasard. Maman, regarde. Maman, regarde, je passe à la TV. Oui. Est-ce que c'est un rapport avec le meurtrier recherché? On n'est pas là pour faire les malins.
Let me
Let's go.
remind you that in all likelihood, this stage and his identity have nothing to do with the wanted murderer.
Oh no, they do. Of course they do. Otherwise, why would I work so hard to gain your trust and then invite you all here? Because he's the only one who saw all 3 homicides. He is the key
Les
to
3
proving that
homicides.
the family's death does not exist in dreams. This is nothing but a shame.
J'ai vu l'un des meurtres, pas les 3. Il y en a juste un. Comment ça, 3? Il y en a 2? C'est qui le 3e?
3 homicides?
That's right, madam. The third one is about to happen right now, right here, in Clock Studios theme park. A truly grand death.
Ok, mais la 2e, je veux dire, j'ai pas vu Robin.
You, and you. All of you are going to die. And it's all because of you, Mr. Stellaron. You will become the personification
Quoi?
of death. Never underestimate yourself. Like I said, you have the power to turn the tide on the entire game. Let me be a little clearer. I will detonate the Stellaron in you and cause a teeny, tiny accident on Penacony. Bam!
Quoi?
The entire theme park will be reduced to a shattered dream. Then, before the family can even react, I'll become the IPC fleet's navigator.
Your bluff isn't fooling anyone. If you could really do that, you would have done so earlier.
J'avoue, puis surtout, comment qu'on peut
You want to
comment le faire?
Sure. I'll bet with you. I'm betting that it'll be a sweeping victory for me. By detonating an unprecedented...
You won't do it.
Of course I can. I came from the wastelands of Sigonia. For just 60 red copper coins, people paid to brand me. Put me in chains. Place me in the gallows and bury me in the golden sands. But the
Eh?
sun could not kill me. And the quicksand sent me back to the embrace of the Guild and the IPC. Bear in mind, my victory wasn't just a stroke of luck. I've never... Have you ever heard the saying, sleep is the rehearsal of death?
Sommet est un
Why
entraînement. Quoi?
does life slow? All because we are not ready for the final rest.
Pourquoi ils veulent donc dire? Parce qu'on est paresseux. Voilà pourquoi.
Every night is practice for the end. You and I are escaping into our dreams for fear of death at this
Écoute, mon
very
perso a
moment.
déjà de l'insomnie,
And
alors
death,
il est pas prêt de mourir.
friends,
Hein.
the game has commenced, and you cannot choose to decline, nor do you have any reason or ground. The dice are cast.
Encore le
Ladies
jour?
and gentlemen, ready to unveil your cards? The architect's flawed stone. Of no value at all. I'm putting down the bet. I'm taking the gamble. I'm claiming the win. I'll invade spin the wheel, a daring
Oh,
gamble.
ouais.
Walking the brink of death for rebirth. Oh. For the Ember Lord!
Je comme ça.
Let's see who has the last laugh.
Aventurine du stratagème 10 cœurs de pierre. Quand même stylé.
Time for an overhaul.
Pas pas mon perso, il fait pour détruire ta
Let's make it
protection.
quick. Let's go.
Attaque autant de cibles possible. Ben, ok. Quoi? Ah! Let's go!
I have something for you.
Ça te dit que j'ai un bonus de dégâts pour mon prochain coup? Allez, aventuré, je t'ai jamais apprécié, mais c'est là que je te botte le cul! Ah! Donne-moi mon énergie!
I'm made to be broken.
You won't get away. I have something for you.
C'est l'heure du canon pétrole! Knock knock!
And I'm no exception on each child. That's better. Devil Ninja reporting for duty.
Let's go.
Time for an overhaul.
Just a little something. Absolute bliss.
Allez, un peu de soin avant que quelqu'un soit stun.
Prepare for some.
I'm fresh shot.
Ouais, non. Allez, on peut attaquer. Attaquer autant de cibles. Let's go!
I have
Votre
something
ult
for you.
a été activé. Ah, ça charge l'ult! Bah écoute, s'il veut me charger l'ult.
Naughty child.
Let's make it quick.
Ah, mais Rabat est toujours dans faible. Attends, es-tu. C. Ok, non, elle est juste faible de base. Ouais, non, ben j'avoue que j'ai deux tanks. Ouais. Un petit peu de heal.
Absolute bliss.
Ouais, il faut plus que 4. Ah, ben égalité. Quoi? Ok, non.
Reporting for duty.
Hein, j'ai cru que j'avais perdu, j'étais comme ça, appelé le jeu. C'est pas la victoire à l'autre automatique.
Time for an overhaul.
Ah, ben merci.
Just a little something. Absolute bliss.
Prepare for some.
Toi, là.
You won't get away.
I'm made to be broken.
Mass shatter. I have something for you. I'm fresh shot.
Merde. Je vais aller voler mon énergie, déjà que j'ai la misère à le build.
Time for an overhaul.
Perhaps you still
Putain,
don't
prenons un
have
peu de
the
chaleur, là.
answers to its desire to control the
Fire!
heavens, and I'm no exception.
Faut que j'aille plus que 6. Oh! Let's go. Alors, monsieur, j'ai toujours gagné. Ça fait 3 fois de suite que tu perds.
I'm no exception.
Putain, souffre.
Naughty child.
Prepare for some.
I have something for you. I'm fresh shot.
Ouais,
That's
un peu de
better.
médecine. Voyons, hein. Ah, j'ai été mis la main par-dessus lui que le jeu m'a donné un diamant. Putain, brûle. Allez, des soins d'urgence! Oh, tout le monde! La musique quand même. Oh non. Ça va être Grappa qui va faire. Non!
Something for you. Time for a shot.
Let's make it quick.
Tiens,
You're made to be broken.
les règles doivent être brisées, puis les mâchoires aussi! Péter des dents, moi! Oh!
Prepare for sleep.
Ah! Alors, monsieur Aventurine, vous avez de la misère?
Let's go.
Perhaps you still do everyone can see as its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Je ne fais aucune exception sur le fait d'annihiler les missiles. Bâtard. Ben, c'est parce que là, je peux juste toucher une cible, moi. Ouais, non, là, c'est un peu triché, hein, Aventurine. Thank you.
You won't get away. I have something for you.
Ça, c'est pour avoir stun
Let's
le
make it
médecin,
quick.
ok?
You're made to be broken.
C'est l'heure d'éclater des dents! Puis des genoux! Mais
Prepare for sleep.
Dazzling Ninja reporting for duty.
agresse pas plus le médecin qui est déjà agressé. Bon, je peux, oui.
Absolute bliss. Just a little.
Les soins d'urgence, ça fait, soient efficaces.
Absolute bliss. Ninja.
Let's go.
Tiens, qu'est-ce que tu vas faire, hein? Tu vas souffrir.
You're made to be broken.
Evil but one from I have something for you. Time for a shot. That's better.
Oopsie.
Down from above.
Ninja reporting for duty.
Allez, on brise sa protection, ensuite il devrait mourir.
Time for an overhaul.
Much
Comment chancer Baptiste avec un D? Ah bah attends. Attends, je cheat.
Much obliged. Perhaps you still can see as its desire to
Ah,
control
qu'est-ce
the
que tu
heavens,
fais?
and I'm no exception.
Mais,
prepare for sleep.
hey, frappe pas en plus celle qui est stun.
Just a little something.
Tu vas souffrir.
Let's make it quick.
Oh, t'es pas chanceux, toi. Ah merde. Ah, l'égalité.
Dazzling Ninja reporting. Time for a shot. Nap time.
Down from above.
Done.
Even on as long as we still have hope, don't keep throwing money on the table.
Alors, Avance sur une, s'il te plaît. Tais-toi.
The potential is what you hang on to. That's what justifies the gamble.
Moi, tant que je peux le faire souffrir, moi, ça me va.
Prepare for something.
Quoi? Il croit qu'à mettre plus de dés, ça va le mettre plus en sa faveur? Putain.
Time for an overhaul.
Ah. Ah! Double 6. Nice. Putain, qu'est-ce que tu vas faire, hein? What? Hey!
Perhaps you still don't understand. Humanity has its desire to control the heavens, and
Ça, c'est pour ce que t'as
unlimited
fait à Natasha.
You're made to be broken.
Putain, ça aussi, c'est personnel.
You won't get away. Justice
Pas
shows
d'urgence. Et un petit.
I have something for you.
Ouais, non, elle peut pas mettre. Mais,
Let's go.
faut un 6, elle a eu un 6. I see good.
You're made to be broken.
Voilà. Ah, tu vas arrêter de taper le médecin, je te conseille ça.
Let's make it quick. Prepare for something.
Quoi? Ok. D'accord, il faut que je pointe 9. Ben. Eh merde. Non, pas de médecin. Mais. S'il te plaît, arrête d'accuser, quoi.
Perhaps you still don't understand.
Ah! Ok, ça le touche pas.
Humanity has its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Let's go.
Mais. Comment je suis censé survivre?
Perhaps you still don't understand. Humanity has its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception. You won't get away. I have something for you.
Oh non, j'ai plus de médecin. You, je sais là. Bon. Non, c'est pas ça qu'il me faut. Quoi? Arrêter le défi. Ok, là le défi, il faut de la glace.
I shall unleash the vibrant colors of dazzling ninjutsu.
Belou? Attends, de la glace puis de l'électricité, je me trompe pas.
Oh, I have a back. Let's waste.
Ah, c'est ça, de la glace puis de l'électricité. Personnage, personnage. Ouais, Erta. Erta et Belou, quoi. La personne que j'espérais jamais me servir aussi. Ah! Mais je peux-tu au moins... Non. Ah, c'est vrai, elle a même pas de carte, tout con. J'ai dû l'enlever. Ben, regarde, on va prendre ces deux là, quoi. On a-tu de quoi? Il m'en faut au moins 6. Eh merde. Putain. Il m'en faut un de plus. Hop. Non, mais c'est clair, il va m'en falloir plus que juste un. Puis là, ça va juste me le mettre à soit. Ah, c'est ça, va me mettre à 60.
One bridgehead at a time.
C'est quoi ça? Ah, c'est ça, ils font un boss pour ça. Je sais pas quelqu'un d'autre qui pourrait faire le taf qui est déjà augmenté, non? C'est vrai, je les augmente jamais. Pourquoi augmenter quelqu'un que tu te sers pas, hein? Ok. Attaque. Son attaque est plus inférieure. Sa défense aussi. Mais elle, au moins, elle a de la destruction de défense, quoi. La carte est même pas au max. Ah, il m'en faut juste un, s'il te plaît. Ça aussi, il m'en faut juste un. Synthétiseur. Merci le jeu. Hop. Ok, là je peux pas aller le plus loin. Les traces. Oh non, je peux pas trop. Faut que je continue avec ça. Attends. Compte de lumière. Non plus. Mais. Non. Merde. Ah ben. Putain, c'est mieux comme ça. Ça, il m'en faut 4. Allez. Plus vite, la machine. Je suis totalement pas pressé. Je suis surpris que j'ai oublié d'améliorer les cartes. J'étais sûr d'avoir fait. Ok, ça c'est fait. Ça c'est... La carte est niveau 50. Il en faut 4. Putain. Voilà. Il en manque juste une, s'il te plaît. Fabriquer. Oui, j'aimerais faire une clé de sagesse. Bon. Faut-tu être enfin prêt à mourir? Je sais que c'est pas énorme, mais je vais aussi utiliser des items, bien sûr, pour me booster. Attends. Superposition 5. Super. Ah non, ça je l'ai pas en 2, ça c'est clair. En 5, en 5. Ok. Ah!
Oh, I have a bad. Let's waste.
Aventurine! Impossible de changer de direction. Quoi? Ah! Attends. C'est vrai, il faudrait que je consomme avant le combat, avant de rentrer dans le défi. Soigne, soigne, soigne. Soigner, soigne. Ah voilà, augmente immédiatement. Ah non, ça c'est pour soigner encore. Mais. Un gars. Putain. Chance qu'un personnage aléatoire soit attaqué par l'ennemi en entrant. Ça, on s'en fout. 40% des ennemis peuvent pas être éliminés par une attaque pendant 2 tours. C'est non épais. 100% de chance de base qu'un personnage soit affecté par l'indignation. Non merci. Et ils ont tous des trucs négatifs quoi, il peut pas avoir un positif. Ses alliés entre en mode combattant là, combat, non merci. Monde car il y a une faible chance de sélection de la cible en utilisant les capacités contre des cibles ennemies. Il y en a un, il y a un ennemi. Les chances que je tape la mauvaise personne est de 0. On va prendre la crème glacée s'il te plaît. Soigne immédiatement tous les alliés. Équivalent 30% et augmente leur défense de 20. Non merci, quoi? Ticket holographique. Première utilisation fait sur le quai. Non merci. Résistance aux brûlures, non. Augmente les PV de 14%. Augmente la résistance aux effets de tous les alliés 30%. Toutes les alliés sont immunisés pendant 3 tours seulement. Ouais, non. Les alliés, les ennemis récupèrent 1000 PV au début de chaque tour pendant 5 tours au début. Lors de... Mais c'est donc bien épais ça. Je comprends que c'est bien de se healer, mais bon, tu heal l'ennemi en même temps. Augmente la défense de 4, de 20. Oh, il y a encore. Attends, lui c'est quoi? 20%. Augmente les PV. Ça c'était quoi? 14 plus 2, 300. Oui. Augmente la défense de tous les alliés. 25 au prochain combat. Augmente la défense de tous les personnages alliés. J'aimerais savoir c'est quoi la différence entre les deux. Mais écoute, j'en ai plus de ça. Attends. Comme ça, les chances qu'ils prennent moins de dégâts sont quand même élevées.
Oh, I have a bad.
Oui, oui, oui. Allons-y.
We're back here again. Oh, that.
Oui, oui, oui. Passez. Aventurine, je suis de retour, prise 2. Ah, ça, il va faire son speech. Chance qu'on peut skip.
Astral Express.
Oui, oui, Aventurine, s'il te plaît, shut the hell up, il bat, ok?
The dice are cast.
Oui. On veut la violence. Mais. Voilà.
Time for an overhaul.
Time for a shot.
Pourquoi il faut que tu fasses ça? Merde.
Evil, but what?
you still don't do everyone can see as it's
Ça, c'est pour les healers, ça.
and I'm no exception. I have something for you. Naughty child. Absolute bliss. Just in time. Just a little something. Absolute bliss.
Let's go.
Ninja healing art.
I'm made to be broken.
Briser les chevilles.
You won't get away. Time for an overhaul. That's better. Cosmic movement.
Merci d'être venu.
I have something for you.
Ça va faire un
Let's
peu
make
mal,
it quick.
mais c'est toi qui l'as demandé.
Time for an overhaul.
Let's go! Comme si j'étais pas du
Still
tout
don't
prêt à avoir mon dieu dans
feel as it's
le jeu.
decided to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Let's go.
Écoute, gars, si tu veux augmenter la puissance,
Time for a shot.
merci. Bâtard.
You won't get away.
I'm made to be broken.
That'll net.
Just a scratch. Prepare for something more threatening. Let's make it quick.
Naughty child.
Money.
Just a little something.
Non, il y a tout le monde.
Obliged.
Let's go.
Ah. Ow. Ah, nah.
Time for a shot. That's better. Absolute Ninja reporting for cosmic movement.
Let's make it quick.
Ah.
Perhaps you still don't
Plus de
understand
dégâts.
as it's decided
En
to
plus,
control
là,
the
t'étais déjà
heavens,
chargé.
and I'm no exception.
C'est quoi ce bruit? Ben. Ok,
The cosmic ninjutsuans.
Let's go.
Non, 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 non. T'enlèves pas mon énergie cette fois-ci. Ah merde, c'est passé. Ah.
Naughty child.
Tiens.
Let's make it quick.
Time for a shot. That's better.
Allez.
Much obliged. Ninja reporting for duty.
As long as people keep throwing money on the table. The chance. The potential is what you hang on to.
Ouais, toi, tes paris.
Prepare for something.
Attends.
Made to be broken.
Toi, alors, je crois que t'es prêt à bouffer un œuf de pleine puissance.
I have something for you.
Pourquoi j'ai juste tapé 2D?
Let's make it quick.
Ah, là.
I'm made to be broken.
Allez, recule dans tes actions, toi.
This is our chance.
You won't get away. Perhaps you stand can see as its desire to control the heavens, and I am an exception.
Ah, le gosseur de merde.
Naughty child. That's better. Much obliged.
Tiens,
Just
on a
a
besoin de
little
soins, là, d'urgence.
Prepare for some more possession. Let's go.
time for an overhaul.
Ah, c'est vrai, la crème glacée. C'est pour ça que ça a pas pogné la bonne cible.
Absolute bliss. Ninja healing light. Ninja reporting. Cosmic ninja technique. Dazzling obliteration.
Non, non.
Made to be broken.
I have something for you.
Attends. Non, 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 il faut que... Je sais qu'elle va prendre cher, mais... Attends.
That's better. Much obliged.
But what?
Let's make it quick.
Pourquoi je sens qu'il y a eu plus qu'un œuf, en fait? Ok. Aisément survenu à ça.
Dazzling obliteration.
Made to be broken.
Là, tu vas souffrir.
You won't get away. Time for an overhaul. Perhaps you stand can see as its desire to control the heavens, and I am an exception. I'm fresh shot. Just a little something.
Absolute bliss. Ninja healing light.
Prepare for some. Let's go.
Hein.
Naughty child.
On va le prendre au calme, le coup.
Cosmic ninja technique. Dazzling obliteration.
Let's make it quick.
I have something for you. I'm fresh shot.
Bon, désolé, Hilaire, mais... Au moins, cette fois-ci, tu prendras pas de coups, quoi. Ça, on va pouvoir bien dégonner après.
Perhaps you still man who never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I am no exception.
But once!
Time for an overhaul.
Ah ben non, vu qu'on peut par-dessus.
Let's go.
Ah ben elle a pas été assommée. Nice.
That's better. Absolute bliss. Just a little something.
Oh, le seul qui fait la knockout.
Absolute bliss.
Prepare for something.
Merde. Oh!
I have something
Merci
for
jeu.
you.
Merde.
Let's make it quick.
Ça fait... Oh, c'est deux là. Là.
Made to be broken.
Là, fout un congé honnêtement.
You won't get away. I have something for you.
Hey, j'ai eu plus que 9. J'ai eu 2, 6 et un 5. Ce bel jeu. Ça se voit que le maximum c'est 9. Ah, tristesse.
It won't be so easy next time. Naughty child. That's better. Much obliged.
Everybody's like that.
Ah,
Down to the last player.
qu'est-ce qui se passe?
Why can't I feel that free?
Always hide your ace with a straight face. I'm starting to get a little impatient with you all. Friends, to fully relish this, I'm betting every last chip. Only by casting aside reason does one truly begin.
Qu'est-ce qu'il fait?
Emanator, I know you'll match my wager, right?
Ok.
Leaving?
Ah, bah oui, les malatrices de la mort.
I might pass through the place you mentioned.
Pinnacle. What do you hope to find in the dream?
I'm not looking for anything.
Ah.
They aren't in a dream.
I'm afraid the family will not open the doors.
Why?
Because the path you walk is not accepted by the Harmony.
Even if that's not what I want.
Precisely because it's not what you want. Because they are not like other ears.
Ok.
They have never glanced at anyone. They need to.
Non, j'ai un but. Yeah. Comment ça, il?
Many woven strands of fate for humans to walk. And together,
C'est une immense
It
ronde.
was a
C'est
great
enlevé
shadow.
en silence.
There are always those who rise from the shadows. In your eyes.
you still have a strand of color, but not much.
That is enough. Before they vanish completely, I will reach the nihility's end.
J'atteindrai la fin de la nullité. Dispositif 4, 9, je crois. Qu'est-ce qu'il faut? Je veux des jetons.
I wish to mourn the departed, weeping like rain.
swell the crossing stream. As the tide arrives, leading you back home.
Ouais, aventurier. Mais la puissance.
What is this place? A gigantic black hole. And see.
Ah, je crois que t'es mort.
Have I,
Est-ce que j'ai réussi? Non, t'es décédé.
have I succeeded?
Mais je veux mourir, répondit-elle.
Welcome to this sad world, Kakavasha.
Ok, c'est version de
Your
passé.
good luck is the most precious wealth we, all Abjin have.
Ne pars pas, ne regardez pas en arrière.
You come out alive
Attends.
after 2 days. It proves that you're the real deal.
Promenade parmi les morts.
Wealth, status, power. The IPC will give you whatever you want. As for us, we will reunite in Kakava's next Aurora.
Ok.
It's a pity this is not the place you were expecting.
Huh.
Melody. Is it?
Perhaps to you, I am just an emanator who's hiding her identity.
Oh, stylé comme
The
ça.
sleeping and shapeless never glance at anyone. They have no face, no form, and even less of a will to speak. The nihility envelops everyone equally.
Huh.
Only some who have gone under their shadow can go farther, tainting themselves with more nihility.
That's all. My friend, you really leave me at a loss for words.
Ben, ferme-la, ça me ferait plaisir que tu te tais.
So, is this my final destination? The land of the dead?
This is all but a fleeting dream. One of the thousands of manifestations of IX. Under the watchful eye of nihility, we momentarily linger here before moving on to our own paths.
It seems that my death has already been determined.
Even if you wish for it, I can't promise you anything.
Ah, mais qu'est-ce stylé.
Now that you've accomplished your goal, I think you can be a little more forthcoming.
What do you mean?
Your performance at the theme park was wonderful and grandiose. A simple yet practical technique that fooled almost everyone. No one would have ever thought that you would have gone to such lengths. Even staking your life just to prove a fact that had seemingly been disproved long. Real death does not exist in Penacony's dreamscape.
Why would I do this?
Because this is the only way you can uncover a secret that is even more unspeakable than the serial murders. To use this dream death to get there. To that promised land people constantly seek in this grand gathering.
J'aimerais comprendre.
Penacony. The legacy of the Watchmaker. The true land of exile.
How did you find out?
I never imagined that something I learned about unexpectedly would become the key to connecting everything.
It's that person's identity, isn't it?
I see you're in the know.
Let's just say I'd put money on the possibility. The murder isn't nearly enough to disrupt business as usual. Even if there were 1 or 2 murders on Penacony, most people wouldn't be personally affected. And that won't create any waves. This dream of theirs isn't a boundless sea. It's a lonely island. The family used the Harmony to build a high wall and isolate them from the vast and treacherous ocean of the outside world. That barrier they built keeps death out. But it also keeps the secrets that are lost in that watery abyss from floating to the surface. In a beautiful dream, free of suffering, who would want to go fishing for those secrets? No one.
Unless someone goes to the other side of the barrier and lives to tell the tale.
Someone already has. I got the idea early on, chewing on that masked fool's little hint. If a mute isn't someone who cannot make a sound, then it has to be someone who cannot speak. Someone who survived the treacherous depths, but is unable to take the stage and speak the truth. Well, I'm happy to know she's safe and sound, and still on Penacony.
Comment ça, elle?
Hint. Is that not proof?
Well, proof is the one thing I don't have. The only thing that can prove these conjectures is for the family to come clean. And with the way they buttered up these outsiders, it seems pretty clear they're intent on covering their tracks.
Pourquoi elle dit elle? Je veux dire, mon perso, c'est un homme. Il aurait
But
dû
you
dire
don't need
il,
proof to
à
have
moins
a
qu'il y ait vraiment de
suspicion.
problème avec les
And for
genres.
me, suspicion is enough. I didn't need to find the memory zone meme. I just needed for someone to kill me like it killed that silver-haired girl.
Je me souviens de quelqu'un me tue quand on a tué la femme aux cheveux d'argent. Mais techniquement, hein, ils ont pas été tués de la même manière.
You don't sound very confident to me. Going out of your way to make citywide broadcasts in an attempt to involve more people. You are simply betting on the possibility of someone being able to break down the barrier. You're very lucky that fate has decided to let us cross paths. I happen to be equipped with a very sharp blade. Sharp enough to slice through the veil of dreams. I can also carve the Harmony's brand off of you.
Ah.
You possess great cunning, deliberately setting us up to be on opposing sides, constantly repeating the words of the Emanator in front of others, leaving me no choice but to draw my blade against you. And that's how you win. Opportunity and strategy, both are essential. And in your plans, the IPC always wins. Even if you lose the bet. To the family, the life of an ambassador is still invaluable.
Well, it's a huge gamble, isn't it? But allow me to point out a mistake. The IPC's success is not guaranteed. I, unfortunately, have no contingencies for such an important matter. Detonating a Stellaron. I can't do it. The Aventurine Stone is too broken to even safeguard my escape from the stage. If, at the end of the day, you did not unsheath your blade, I would have lost the bet.
It is pointless to discuss what-ifs. You have won. Your prize is an entry ticket into that deep sea. And after this, whether you can return from the abyss is another gamble of yours. Have you never wavered?
Wavered? Of course I have. Because other than that...
Wake up from this dream and go to where you should be. Your gamble is not over yet.
Okay.
Before we part, can you answer one more question? As someone who has traveled on that road, can you tell me, why are we born into this world? If it's just to die.
I don't think this and never have. Nor do you.
But the nihility envelops you and I. And everyone.
And because of that, it's pointless.
But it is still there. If the dice of fate are always weighted, then that is our destiny. Why then do we struggle against it?
My answer might not be able to resolve your confusion, because it has been with you throughout your journey and is already a part of your life.
But you said sleep is the rehearsal of death. So why does life slumber? Because we are not ready for the final rest.
Son
So you
histoire
can
de
definitely
Pronto.
understand why we want to be prepared. Even if the ending has been predetermined, that's fine. There are countless things that humans cannot change. But before the end, there are many things that humans can do while on their journey. And because of this, the end will thus reveal a completely different meaning. Take a good look at your pocket. Your friend has already given you the answer.
Quoi?
Good luck.
Mais comment ça dans sa poche? Ah mon dieu, le remède du docteur. Quoi? Il n'est pas la mort mais la stase.
Then I...
Mister, you're leaving? You ultimately chose to leave this dreamscape?
Yes. Because they are not here. My papa, mama, and big sis.
Then where are they?
They are in a place where everyone will go. A very...
Then are you going to?
I'll get there one day. But not now. There will come a day when the sky will drizzle, and I will hear the call of Gaiathra Triclops, and know that it is time for me to go, and be reunited with my family. So, until that time comes, I should be preparing.
Preparing? For what?
Well, preparing to face them, Kakavasha. And to make them proud.
I know you'll be able to do it. Good luck.
C'est aventurer une version passée, hein? Si quelqu'un se demande.
Well, of course. For I am the child who received the blessing of Gaiathra Triclops.
But you still seem nervous.
Well, I seem that way because I am nervous. You know what? Maybe you can help.
L'arrière-plan a tellement dit qu'il neige. On sait clairement que c'est pas de la neige. Allez, ils vont
What
marcher
do you
ensemble.
say? One last time? Put our palms together?
Qu'est-ce qu'ils vont faire? Ah, ok, rester.
Are you going now?
Yes. May the Mother Goddess thrice close her eyes for you, keeping your blood eternally pulsing. May your journey be forever peaceful, and your schemes forever concealed.
Our paths will cross again beneath Kakava's shimmering auroras.
Chapeau, you. Ah.
Farewell, Kakavasha.
Ok.
The light of the Aventurine Stone has disappeared. This only represents...
He kept his promise and got what he wanted.
As planned, your cornerstone has been successfully sent to the family's territory.
Let's fulfill our duty. and start harvesting.
Quoi?
I come for an audience. I come to fill wine. And I come to claim. I bestow poison in the guise of sweet dew. Come the toil of spring and yield a fall. I patiently wait for the branches. All for the Amber Lord.
Profondeur de la zone de mémoire. Mais qu'est-ce qu'ils sont en train de foutre, ces deux-là? Jade pis Topaz. Hein? À qui appartient ce point de vue? Mais qu'est-ce qui se passe? Dégage, là, il crache. Jusqu'à ce qu'un brésil vous prenne à son train. Où est-ce que je suis? Ça?
I've been waiting on you for quite.
Kid.
You've met me before. I'm Sam, the Stellaron Hunter. I originally planned on showing up earlier to reveal some truths to you, but I encountered more roadblocks than expected. 11 times I've tried, but ended in failure. Before I knew it, this world and I became too intertwined, and it became too difficult to escape the constraints of the script. Elio is right. In this land of the dreams,
Alors,
you
tenir la
and
récompense
I will
inimaginable.
reap
Quoi?
unforgettable gains.
Ah là, shut the hell up et
I
descends
don't
de
know
l'armure
people's hearts as well as he and Kafka do. Nor do I have a specialty like Silverwolf and Blade. Most of the things that I'm good at only apply to villains who need no mercy. So, there is only one. This is to show you.
Ah bah voilà.
All that I am.
Ah voilà, Firefly.
Labyrinth-like corridors and halls? Traps everywhere? The owner of this mansion must be a bit paranoid.
You are so funny, Mr. Security Officer. I hope that sense of humor of yours has helped you find this.
Just expressing a personal opinion. Why? Did I hit a nerve?
Mr. Gallagher, my patience is wearing thin. Neglecting duties will only make me more suspicious that you and the real serial killer are connected.
Scoundrel, punk, drunk, hooligan. I have heard this trash talk all too often. But I have never once thought that I'd be treated as an accomplice to a murderer. I take back what I said. Your problem isn't paranoia. You're just crazy, you know? Lunatic.
Ah, attends, Sunday.
You, the family, you broke my spine and pulled out my fangs, and now you want to accuse me of murder? Ridiculous. Only idiots who've drunk too much Soul Glad will berate a stray dog in the streets. What exactly is making you say all this nonsense? You should be more concerned about the Outworld visitors who are making a scene in the theme park than me.
I don't need you to remind me. The moment that ambassador walked out the doors of the mansion, I knew what he was trying to do. My servants see everything. His little magic tricks may have fooled me, but no matter. I'm happy to see how things have turned out. Why do you think that I just let him go? And why do you think I emptied the theme park stage? Because my target from the beginning has always been you, Hound. The more noise he makes, the more opportunities I have to make you and your true master pay in blood.
If I were really the murderer, why would you need to be so secretive? Ha! I forgot. You also have a difficult master to serve, telling you to ignore the murder case and focus solely on that Charmony festival.
Isn't that right, my brother?
Ah, mon Dieu.
Looks like your disguise has helped you successfully understand every facet of the family.
En plus, son frère, quoi.
You must be blind to be accusing me of being a fake. Open your eyes, take a good look.
Indeed, every part of you is real. The brown hair, soft and curly like Benny's. The orange eyes, which make me miss the gaze of Sir Whitaker. That odd scar, the mark of Wolsey.
Le chef de la garde.
And the gray vest, tie, hound emblem, bottle, the bartending, and your role as a security officer. These are all true traits from all 52 loyal family members. When they are gathered, countless tiny truths are woven together into a lie. You collected a small piece of each of them and claimed them for yourself. Then you invented this facade, a complete Gallagher.
Quoi? Me.
Tell me I'm wrong, minion of the Enigmata.
Serviteur de l'Enigmata. Quoi? Mais c'est quoi ces histoires-là?
You have guts, I'll give you that. Not bad. I severely underestimated you. Admirable. But so what? Can this prove that I murdered your sister and that stowaway?
This proves that you and the Memory Zone Mean Death are linked. And that's enough. Listen up. I don't care how you did it. I only care about one thing. The answer to a question. You devil. You wretched, despicable dog. Why did you kill her?
You know, in the thick of things, people are blind to the grit in their eyes. Yet they can always feel it scratch. Want the answer? I'll give it to you. The whole thing is just fate playing a cruel joke on us.
Newsflash! Penacony's Charmony Festival has entered its countdown phase. Accompanied by Clocky's TikToks, after 12 system hours, this grand celebration will commence with much fanfare.
I already told you! We can talk things out!
I'm sorry, Fluffy. I really have something urgent to attend to, so I had no choice but to resort to asking this favor of you all.
Since you already know what you're doing, I'll also have to remind you of its risks.
Hey, partner, what's with the hostility? I thought pulling this thing out was just a way of saying hello.
For the last time, state your identity and purpose.
My name's Boot Hill, and I'm
Allez, Fossoyeur.
A Galaxy Ranger?
You look like you've seen a ghost. Did you think we all went extinct? Well, that's the price you pay for being off-grid for too long.
The righteous heroes of the hunt would never hijack the Astral Express.
I ain't hijacked anything. What, chatting with someone while holding the gun is considered a hijacking?
It probably is.
Pardon my frankness, but there are plenty of rumors in the cosmos regarding the Galaxy Ranger's current status, and none of them are pretty stories. I have a hard time believing you.
Oh, this is hilarious. The tale that this bunch of fools spin is getting out of hand. There's even a bit about the Galaxy Rangers being turned into gibbons by Dr. Primitive, and they're in some valley screwing around on swings. Of course, I know you won't believe me, which is also why, similarly, I have a hard time believing that you're the real Nameless. See the bullets in this gun? 9mm, an eternal classic. I may need the Astral Express's help right now, but if you're an imposter just like that one, then this bullet might just end up in my head. I can't allow myself to be exposed to danger. That's just the way it goes, so you all have to first prove yourselves. Huh? Where are you going?
Recognize this?
It's a model fudger. The Jade Abacus of Ally and Oath. The Xianzhou really gave this to you guys?
Model fudger?
This is the Jade Abacus gifted to the Express by the Xianzhou Luofu's general, Jing Yuan. Its presence on board serves as the Xianzhou Alliance's official recognition of the Express. Is that enough?
Not bad, kiddo. And across these sprawling stars, a gentle squeeze is all it takes to rustle up a whole legion of Cloud Knights. Now, I reckon that'd be one fudging sight to behold.
On le sait qu'il veut jurer, il veut dire des gros mots bien sales et tout, mais...
Now it's your turn.
Mais c'est comme si je le sens
Been
ça.
ages since the Galaxy Rangers had the spotlight shown on them. We ain't equipped with such fancy gadgets. But I've been around the block enough to know the way to handle these types of situations is
Toi, je comprendrai jamais.
easy as pie.
Son revers utilise du 9mm, mais il y a clairement du calibre 50 sur sa hanche.
Alright then.
Mais c'est vrai que son revers peut changer de calibre, je crois.
Let's see if my answers can't turn your trust. If your gut tells you otherwise, still ain't too late to show me the door.
Ben, la porte est derrière toi, hein.
And why would I play along?
If I truly am a real Galaxy Ranger, you stand to lose nothing.
Alright then. Tell me.
Ah, mais son
what
canon.
kind of organization are the Galaxy Rangers?
My friend, this question is a hard one. I don't think I can even consider us an organization. Everyone's on their own fated path along the hunt, with their own resolute sense of righteousness and not so welcome among such so-called universal values.
This reply does not instill trust. It only makes your predicament more...
I'm guessing you're gonna ask about some form of shared faith, right? But us Galaxy Rangers don't need that sort of thing. What brings us together is a shared bottom line. Never bully the weak. Never kill the innocent. These oaths aren't some lofty beliefs, but the fundamental bottom line that one must never cross as a person. As Galaxy Rangers, we strictly adhere to the bottom line. When someone crosses them, the hunt's vengeance will surely come knocking. And in this moment, the other crucial meaning of bottom line comes into play. As long as you don't cross it, you're free to do whatever you please. You catch my drift?
Second question. Why do you seek trouble with the Astral Express?
I already said that I seek no trouble. I must go to Penacony for a matter. But I don't have an invite. And I can't even enter the family's hotel doors. If only I could borrow the Nameless's identity. The entire cosmos knows you're guest of the family.
Aren't the Galaxy Rangers also esteemed guests?
Well, you've hit the nail on the head. This is why I'm here. It's fine if I tell you. The Rangers are pursuing an imposter. The son of a nice lady posing as one of us. She's on Penacony right now.
Son of a nice lady.
My informant is a memo keeper. She's the same as all mimetic organisms, appear in one moment and gone the next. She scares the fudge out of me. Still, she gave me some vital info.
That Galaxy Ranger imposter.
Is that the third question?
Is it a hard question?
It isn't. Just that you might not believe me. That person calls herself Acheron. And according to our informant, she could be an emanator of nihility.
That's impossible.
That's what I said. Don't worry. When I first received the news, I had the exact same reaction as you.
IX never gives anyone so much as a first glance, and that's perfectly normal. What reason would they have to bequeath strength unto mortals?
Then you must know that emanators can also conceal their own identities, which, for many people, it's better that way. Otherwise, there'd be wanton bloodshed across the cosmos, or even, perhaps, turning their back on the path they're supposed to follow. I had the good fortune of running into an elation emanator. Its appearance was no different than that of those clowns. If it weren't through sheer luck that I got it drunk, I would have never known of its eminent status. Even in the purest hunt, you'll find the Xianzhou Alliance under the spotlight and Galaxy Rangers lurking in the shadows. Paths are inevitably concepts created by people and exist in planes beyond our understanding. To reckon that nihility emanators don't exist, well, maybe we just ain't nihilistic enough. So, do you understand now? Your companions are in danger, and it's pretty harrowing. We don't know what's happening in the dreamscape or how much of what the Memory Keeper said is true. And that Acheron...
Oh,
I don't intend to do anything.
That's not up to you. Did you know? People who come to the land of dreams for the first time, they'll subconsciously stop to reaffirm that they're still walking on solid ground, be it reality or dream. Staring at the sky is instinctual for humanity.
La grosse.
But now this night sky has been mercilessly severed, died with the mist of nihility. And this whole event happened within the course of a single slash of a blade.
A single slash of a blade isn't really accurate. It was actually 2 blades, just that the second one was faster.
That's not the point. Many guests who weren't supposed to be invited have gathered at this banquet. Even if the harmony is all-embracing, the planet of festivities has no place for you, a puppet of nihility. Those who live in the shadows do not bear the right to tread the illuminated stage.
Speaking of living in the shadows, there's probably not much difference between us. It's only polite to reveal your true self, at least when speaking to others. Penacony's Dream Master.
That's just another reason that you can't stay. Whether you believe it or not, this is the real me. We are one.
What?
Is this the united as one that the family espouses?
My mortal shell has long since dissipated. The Oak family's 107,336 offspring are now my eyes, ears, and mouths, spreading joy across dreams when required, and in times of essential need, exiling evil from this haven in my stead.
Ok. Alors c'est ça, il est déjà mort
From the
depuis
sound of
longtemps.
it seems like you're asking me to leave, Penacony.
I am glad that you're an understanding one. Alas, I'm not asking.
If you think you can.
Are you threatening me?
I ended it with a period. It was a statement, not a threat. Knowing who I am and still showing such malice. You're not the first, nor will you be the last. This scene played out many times before. And usually, when faced with my questions, most people retort, why can't I? The result has invariably been that they can't.
You are confident. But be reminded, the family is forgiving, but not weak. The cords of the harmony extend across worlds. If you do not comply, when the blade is unsheathed for even a hair's breadth, you will never be able to escape the eternal Centurion's wrath. 137 individuals. That is how many heathens I have exiled since I became Dream Master. Among them were those who once severed my wings, and those who immolated my body.
Couper ses ailes et brûler son corps. Okay.
And here I stand again, about to add another mark.
And you will die. I mean, all of you will. But that won't come to pass. I'll do as you ask. I'll leave.
A wise choice.
I wasn't aware there was a choice.
To you, that surely is the only option. Please bear in mind, you and Penacony are of different worlds. Those born leave and never return. The radiance of the planet of festivities is overwhelmingly bright, luring in tricksters, wrongdoers, and criminals. But and even more so, when this self-annihilator heralds the destruction of everything. Your strength is obviously a gift of the sleeping and shapeless, immeasurable and fathomless, like a tributary spawned from the abyss that brings death and sin to all. Acheron, a befitting name.
Take it from someone on the other side of your so-called river. You know better than I do that Penacony has already deviated from the Harmony. Whatever your intentions may be, I foresee only one outcome. Its future holds nothing but nihility. Just like all the worlds that have drowned in their shadow.
Oh, quoi? Robin?
Attention, please. The unusual event that occurred moments ago was due to a technical malfunction at Clock Studio.
Ah oui, quand pas ça.
The family has promptly responded to secure the area, and we're...
Oh, I swear that was no movie shoot. So many chips fell from the sky, and I even caught one of them. But it vanished in an instant before my very eyes.
Excuse me. Are you talking about the Clock Studios theme park incident?
Yeah, what about it? Oh, Miss Robin, am I seeing things right?
No need to worry. I apologize for any inconvenience caused to your delightful dream journey. But you just mentioned about the chips, really...
Oh, it was just... those chips you normally see everywhere. The green ones? They fell from the sky as if it were raining.
And then those chips simply disappeared. It appears to be the Dream Sim tech the Iris family has been developing.
Huh? Miss Robin, you mean...
those chips were all part of a performance? But I really...
Shh. This technology hasn't been made public yet. It was originally planned to debut at the Charmony Festival, but it seems it's been leaked.
Oh no, you're a
Can you
spoiler.
help me keep this secret? The raining chips were supposed to be part of my act.
Oh, I see. Then it all makes sense now. I'll do anything to help make the Charmony Festival a success.
Thank you. As appreciation,
Ah
I'd
mon
like to
dieu,
give
mais
you a token gift.
c'est pas Robin, c'est Spark.
Oh, this button is...
Press it at just the right moment in the celebration. There could be an unexpected treat in store for you. All right. It looks like there are other guests who are also confused. I'll have to excuse myself. Please. So many people
Oh.
talking about it. This commotion at the theme park definitely made waves.
Ha! Mais non. Nice. Ah ben attends, je joue Robin. Ben, c'est pas Robin, c'est... J'ai oublié son nom, mais elle utilise le déguisement. Ah, elle utilise les compétences. Ah, j'adore.
The family promised they would protect the guests within the dreamscape, but I witnessed a group of organic life forms making their way to the theme park. And soon after, the family needs to provide a reasonable explanation, or I'll take my loved ones and return to reality. I thought the dreamscape was supposed to be a paradise.
It appears the good sir has seen many great events. And it's true that an uninvited guest has unexpectedly entered the dreamscape. However, their target is not the ordinary guests, but the ambassadors of the IPC. The family will certainly ensure that the safety of the guests is of the highest importance.
Miss Robin, I know the Bloodhound family has already sealed off the theme park and has control. The family can try their best to protect their reputation, but as a guest, I don't wish to gamble with my life.
But as you can see, sir, no innocent bystanders were affected in this instance. Perhaps the dreamscape is not as perfect as promised, but there's no place safer than dreams under the family's rule. I believe you know this better than I do. If this incident happened in real life, how many people would be able to walk away from it?
I could stay here, but keep in mind, guests come to Penacony to enjoy the dreamscapes. They do not wish to be entangled in a conflict between the family and the IPC, so let's not have any more on...
Of course. With the Charmony Festival about to commence, we will spare no effort in our preparations. Rest assured. To express our apologies, the family has arranged this gift for the guests.
Ah, j'ai le nom de la famille. Mais ici encore ces deux Toby.
Nothing to be worried about. There's been a small rehearsal mishap at Clock Studios theme
Ils sont
park.
pas au courant pour Robin?
Please stay calm.
Je crois qu'il l'était.
Hey, are you a fool? You don't even recognize Miss Robin? Who do you think you're talking to?
I'm sorry. I've just been transferred to the Bloodhound family, and I'm still not too used to working on the streets. I didn't realize it was you.
Hey, don't sweat it. You guys have a tough job. I know how...
Oh, we've sealed off the theme park. Most guests are used to bizarre phenomena in the dreamscape, and so far, no threats have been detected. We can...
Rest assured, Miss Robin, we'll intensify our patrols to ensure that no incidents occur.
I trust you guys. But regarding what happened in the theme park, what do you hounds think about it? It's okay.
Well...
Actually, I was there shortly after it happened. Is it true that the IPC's ambassadors came with ill intent? And that Galaxy Ranger who easily cut through the sky?
Miss Robin, to tell you the truth, everyone's been talking about it. The myriad factions on Penacony have already been causing unease for everyone.
Thank you all for your loyalty towards the family. The planet of festivities has indeed run into... Of course the family did not agree.
Ok, c'est même ça de la
The
famille.
result of the failed negotiations is as you see it now.
No wonder. So this is the main reason why the IPC staff are banned from entering the dreamscape. Did they apprehend the troublemaker in the end?
Don't worry. Mr. Sunday is currently tracking his whereabouts, and he'll have something to show for it soon.
Please be assured, Miss Robin.
Thank you for your hard work. This is a small gift prepared by the Iris family for the guests. There's one for you too. Please, open it at the Charmony Festival for an unexpected surprise.
I can't believe I received a gift from Miss Robin. It feels like I'm
No, mais-
dreaming. Wait, I am in a dream.
If trouble comes knocking on our door, we're not afraid to go to war. Rest assured, the dreamscape's peace will be protected by the Bloodhound.
Soutien. Ah, c'est genre pour balancer l'ennemi, quoi. Bonjour,
Miss
monsieur.
Robin? That's the renowned...
I didn't expect to meet a fan here. I'm honored.
I can't believe I'm actually meeting the real Robin. Shouldn't you be preparing for the Charmony Festival?
C'est la vraie Robin. Big spoiler. C'est pas.
Preparation is important, but the ceremony is fundamentally about sharing the Great One's harmony with everyone. If there's a chance regarding the recent mishap, I understand it negatively impacted some of our guests. As a member of the family, it's only right for me to...
But, are you sure it was actually a mishap? Everyone saw those chips descending like rain and the red light tearing through the sky. Claiming it was merely special effects seems a bit far-fetched. Plus, I met that generous gentleman. He looked really out of it and kept talking to himself. Is this also part of the performance?
Everyone, please do not panic. I believe that the family will give everyone a satisfactory answer in due time.
Even if you say so, Miss Robin.
Some people just never listen, do they? It's never ending.
Miss Robin?
Still, I suppose I should keep on helping everyone. I am the epitome of joy, kindness.
Huh? What was I just doing? And, who might you be, miss?
Here, take
What
this, little guest. This gift has been specially prepared for you. Make sure to take good care of it until the opening of the Charmony Festival. Then, when the show reaches its climax, press the button together with the others around you. You never know. Something very exciting might happen.
Ah oui, comme passons.
We're back to where it all began. You entered the golden hour
Firefly!
from this place.
Le ciel! Canasse!
And
T'as
it is
menti.
also from here where you will enter the true Penacony.
Non, c'est pas par ici.
It is a pleasure to journey alongside you once more. But it's time I laid bare the entire truth before you. As you might have heard, I also go by another name. Stellaron Hunter Sam. I'm sorry. I know you have many questions. Do you remember when we encountered death in that strange dreamscape? In that instant before it killed me? I saw the reflection of another dreamscape in its ghastly pupil. So, following the clues in the script, I came up with some theories about the meme. That's why I instructed Silverwolf to issue invitations, drawing everyone to the Dreams Hotel. I intended to call upon death before you arrived, to solve the riddle using more direct means, and then invite you to join. However, contrary, it is how you see now. I was impaled by the bladed wings of death. The heavy
pressure of concentrated memoria miasma exploded in my mind as if it was actually reality. But after the momentary numbness subsided, I found that my body was absolutely I was still alive. And it was just as I thought. I had arrived at a place starkly different from this beautiful dream. Beneath the dreamscape of Penacony lies another more, and so then I returned to the hotel in the dreamscape, hoping to tell you of its existence. Yet I could not reveal my own identity. And after all my attempts proved futile, it wasn't until not long ago when a crimson blade of light shattered the high wall of the dream. And that's it. That is all that's happened so far.
Non, même moi je comprends pas.
I know it's tough to believe all this without reservations. I just want to say, you are very close to the final answer. Now, let's leave this. Take a deep breath and visualize the dreamscape's outline in your heart. 3, 2, 1.
Et ensuite elle me poignarde.
Don't be afraid.
Disperse blablabla. Pouvoir se mettre à résonner symphonie de la mémoire quand un tonnerre enregistré pendant l'écho des tâches. Blablabla. Obscurité silencieuse. Souvenirs surgissent. Ah.
I never knew you could do this. Do you have a driver's license?
I do.
That is surprising.
Why? Because this is Japella, the city of sins.
I'm just thinking that you haven't slept in 20 system hours. Right?
I'm fine. I'll survive. Same goes for you.
I'm not so sure about that.
Infiltration is over. Feel free to activate Sam anytime.
There's still some time before the next part of the script unfolds. Let me stay a little longer in this body.
Ah, ok, ils ont genre, comment dire, transféré le mémoire, quoi.
Such a long tunnel.
In half a system, it will lead us to Kafka. And then comes the downfall of the Japella Brotherhood.
Is that also part of this?
It's in your script, too.
Sorry. I didn't notice.
Their destiny won't change just because of your selective ignorance. I told you before. It's a bad habit.
What about you, then? Is this the moment you finally find the death you've been looking for?
As always, it's a blank slate. It's not on this planet. Why the sudden inquiry?
Surtout blé dans le costard.
Because I'm currently in a car with a sleep-deprived driver. I just want to get there in one piece.
This car has full self-driving capabilities. I'll just put my hand on the steering wheel. Will that...
Hey, don't take everything. Elio would always say there's only one type of destiny. The inescapable type. He can see the future, and but before that moment arrives, we can still choose what we do.
After today, Japella's name will disappear from cosmic history. And the Everflame Mansion will take its place. In the not-too-distant future, you'll receive an invitation. That's your next stop.
Land of the dreams.
I hope you find whatever you seek there. Be it answers.
Yeah. Glad to see you're safe and sound.
Me.
Close your eyes. This is the answer. Isn't it incredible? The monster that we have always known as Death is actually the guardian of the land of the exiles.
Et qu'en passant, je me suis fait
It abides
poignarder.
by a certain rule. Abducting people from their dreams and bringing them here.
The question that has been perplexing us, does death really exist in
Pourquoi
Dreamscape,
Welt il est étrangement pas
appears
choqué
to
du
be
fait que lui,
cognitive
Firefly est
trap.
en vie en
It
fait?
was laid by those orchestrating events from the shadows to cover up the truth behind the disappearances. Every emergence of that meme is related
Attends, ça veut dire que
to the Watchmaker.
Si Firefly est
Since
en vie,
Dreamflux Reef is where it brings its
et
captives,
où Robin?
it's likely that many of our
Où la vraie
long-standing
Robin?
questions will be answered in
The atmosphere here is starkly different from the beautiful dream. There are no regulators here, but from the whispers of the residents, I've heard a familiar name.
It's that man again. Always in the right place at the right time. Though that does save us the trouble of looking for him. Himiko and March have already made a move. Get ready.
The real dreamscape, the land of the exiles. Before we go, should we speak to everyone first?
Haha, je t'ai vu. Cette poubelle est à moi. Tiens, c'est à moi, le sac à poubelle. Attends, je peux leur parler?
I am really sorry for waiting until now. Two reasons. Firstly, the script. In the future that Elio saw, Sam and the Astral Express's confrontation was inevitable. I tried to break that aside.
Yeah.
There were also my personal motives. I wished to travel with you as Firefly, and not Sam.
Bon, on va la rendre
Thank you.
heureuse.
Elio only gave me one instruction. Allow the Astral Express to pursue the Grand Legacy. It means that the Watchmaker's legacy holds great significance to trailblazing. And to you. Elio's scripts used to revolve and expand around certain specific Stellarons. But with your appearance, this condition has apparently ceased to be appropriate. Perhaps he also saw the impossible in the future.
Okay. Okay.
Do you still remember the medical cabin I told you about? Well, that's Sam. It belongs to the Iron Cavalry of Glamoth's Firmament Frontline. A Firefly Type 4 strategic assault mech.
De classe l'Empiroptère.
It is the cradle of my vitality. And the meaning of my birth. And for the longest time it was... how I should have looked to the rest of the world.
C'est un quasiment triste. Hey, Chabay.
Time scale of Dreamflux.
Well, depuis combien de temps tu le savais?
Something on your mind? No wonder Miss Acheron is so averse to drawing her blade. It's hard to imagine such terrifying power could reside in an ordinary sheath. If it weren't for the fact that Aventurine's power originated from the preservation, the entire dreamscape would have been affected.
Attends, quoi? Si ça n'avait pas été de la préservation, mais de n'importe quelle autre divinité, tout le pays du rêve a été...
Don't feel burdened by this. Even without that Stellaron inside you, Aventurine would still have found other methods to accomplish his goal. Let's just believe in Miss Acheron. During your investigation, he shared a vital piece of information. Mikhail, the former watchmaker who collaborated with the family to construct the Penacony we're familiar with today, had a falling out with the family for specific reasons.
Okay.
But this is precisely where the problem lies. You were clearly investigating a murder, so then why, as a security officer, is he changing the subject to talk about his past with the watchmaker? And now, with Firefly mentioning his name again, it's hard. Before we found you, she'd already revealed her Stellaron Hunter identity and shared a lot of information.
Ah, comme par hasard.
Who would have thought that the Molten Knight's true identity was actually a young girl? For her, this is a secret that she cannot allow others to know. That being the case, I think we can believe she's willing to cooperate, but she didn't
Écoute, elle veut
reveal
le
all
personnage
her secrets.
principal.
I just can't shake the feeling that her situation is different from that of the I hope you've regained a little...
Écoute, mon amour pour les poubelles sont toujours là.
Welcome to heaven, dreams. Might as well drink more Soul Gladden.
Soyez bourré,
Keep going straight down this alley, and it'll lead to an elevator. It'll take us to the center of the land of the exiles.
C'est quoi ta maison? Oui, oui, je t'ai vu. Hein? Oh, un disco burger! Ouais. La ville, c'est une superposition d'escaliers possibles. Comment attirer le monde vers un coffre? Hein? Mais vagabond heureux.
Hi
Ouais.
there, friend from a distant land. I hear the Watchmaker's legacy is right here. Let's say we...
T'as l'air un petit peu trop buzzé. Récupérer du papier. Mais...
What a huge cloud. Looks like the watchmaker also left his mark on the influx region.
Non, je sais pas dans ça. Ah, le bâtard, il m'a taquiné. Oh, quoi? Attends, pourquoi la corde sur le doigt brille autant que ça? Inspecter. Ah. Non, 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 c'est pas ça que je voulais. Récupérer, merci. Allez, oh. J'ai combien de 2000? Ok. C'est long l'ascenseur.
Unbelievable to think there's a settlement of this size within the dreamscape. and all beyond the family's reach.
Mais c'est ma poubelle.
The atmosphere in this fortress is pretty different from that in the beautiful dream.
When I first saw it, I was in awe too. The sky here, it's like... What's even more bizarre is that this place is also separated into trade and residential areas. The layout may be simple, but the facilities are very comprehensive.
Though both dreamscapes have distinct styles, the architectural designs are quite similar. Works of the same hand, perhaps. Hard not to speculate on the connection, but there's no point in overthinking things. Let's meet.
Take a right turn at the end of this road and you'll reach the trade district. There are more people there.
Not coming with us?
The Astral Express likely needs room for some internal deliberation. In the meantime, I'll...
Sure. Let's reconnect. Letting her go was the right decision. Further observations are needed before we decide. Let's go. He's right over there. The Reverie Hotel's bellboy. How did he end up here? And right after Miss Acheron severed the beautiful dream.
Surtout pourquoi
We'd better check, just to be sure.
Perfect for me, and perfectly legal for me to stay in.
Eh, c'est ma poubelle, ça. Mika.
You're the guest from before. We meet again! And a new friend. Forgot to introduce myself. I'm the hotel's bellboy.
Hello, Misha. I'm Welt.
Misha.
We met in a dream.
Out.
Oh. And who might this be?
Attends, quoi, il le voit?
Tick-tock! Old friend and new friend! Let's high-five!
Ha! Vous êtes resté jeune dans votre tête.
Your memory zone, me?
Nope. Clocky is a good friend of mine. We all live here. How did you two get here? This dreamscape isn't supposed to be open to the public. I wonder if it has something to do with Sleepy.
So, this...
Yep. After my work in the beautiful dream ends, I'll go back home. Commuting used to be more convenient, but ever since travel became cumbersome, Sleepy started ferrying people back and forth between the two dreamscapes.
This... Sleepy... Can you describe?
Sleepy is a memory zone meme. Looks fierce and has many eyes. But it's actually really well behaved. Gallagher's been taking care of it.
Meh.
Based on the description, that meme is indisputably death. Nightmare for the family, but for the people who live here, well, that couldn't be further.
Death? Not in a dream, surely. Sleepy's just a little aggressive, and sometimes messes up by fetching the wrong guess. But it would never hurt anyone.
I see. Has it brought back any guests recently? Say, in the last day or two? We're currently investigating a missing person case that occurred.
I see. Then you'll have to speak with Gallagher. But he's currently busy hosting a visitor from the Oak family and specifically asked not to be disturbed. Mr. Yang? Is it Miss Robin?
Just as I thought. Considering what happened with Miss Firefly, this doesn't come as a surprise.
Ok, alors leur soi-disant mort, en fait, c'est une mort créée dans le rêve pour qu'ils se réveillent dans la réalité. Mais le monde sont habitués à juste faire une déconnexion habituelle, quoi.
If you're looking for Miss Robin, I can lead the way. She told me that she'd be willing to meet with outside guests.
If it's not too much trouble. Also, we're looking for our missing companions.
Oh, I haven't. But please, rest assured. Dreamflux Reef is a small place, and it's not as bustling as the beautiful Dream, but its safety is unmatched. How about this? Since it's your first time here in Dreamflux Reef, I'll be your guide and help you find your companions. And then we can all go visit. She's gone to Mrs. Grace's to visit the children. She won't be leaving anytime soon, so there should be an...
All right then, we'll follow your plan.
Okay.
Well, we now know the answer to both murder cases that have caused such commotion in Penacony. As for the intentions of the mastermind behind it all, no idea. But its connection to Gallagher is worth digging. Say, you mentioned before that you saw Clocky that only you could see, right? I can't shake off this strange feeling. Am I really still so young at heart? Forget it. It's not important. We'd better just follow Misha.
Il s'inquiète de ça. Est-ce que mentalement je suis toujours jeune? C'est pas, faut que j'aille par là.
Everyone, look! From here, you can see the most spectacular view of Dreamflux Reef.
A black hole? No. An accretion disk formed from consolidated memoria? Was Dreamflux Reef built on such unstable memoria?
Oh, so Mr. Yang is also versed in memoria dynamics. I was just trying to figure out how to explain this huge hole to everyone. I bet you guys have a lot in common with Miss Kami.
Kami? C'est qui, hein? What? Il y a 5 oiseaux, si je tire lui. Il est temps pour moi de monter sur la scène. Ah, voyez, en dessous c'est Peter. Ah, nice.
Look, there she is.
Expert. Attends. Mais c'est un omni, c'est une des machines ça. J'ai oublié leur nom déjà. Hein? Soyons joyeux. Tu as une belle voix! Le jeu entier qui nous fait jamais entendre sa voix, à part genre pour 2 phrases.
My calculations are finally done. In another 10 system hours, the above dream will swallow the dream below. My hypothesis was correct. This place will cease to exist as the Who are you all, and why haven't you left yet? This place is about to disappear. I'm Kami, a dreamscape surveyor specializing in memoria dynamics, and this is my life's work that I'm researching.
Ok, si je te dropkick dans le trou là-bas.
It was just a narrow rift many years ago, but now it's grown into a giant hole. The surrounding memoria has been flowing towards the other end of the hole at a constant velocity, slowly but surely. But the scary part is, according to my calculations, the flow rate of memoria has recently changed, and it's faster than ever before. It's almost as if something is sucking it in from the other side, constantly improving upon Madame Rosalina's memoria measurement method. I've
finally obtained accurate results. After 10 system hours, the Dreamflux Reef will cease to exist. It will disintegrate like a melting glacier, and then fuse with the sweet dream fragments on that side of the void.
Please don't worry. This sort of thing has happened many times before. Miss Kami isn't a bad person. She's just a bit lost in her own world.
You don't say. There was something else that piqued my interest.
Oh, do you know her too? Or are you also a fan of Memoria Dynamics?
We're very interested in Madame Rosalina's achievements. Could you...
Why, of course! She's an excellent scholar of Memoria Dynamics, and the first person to apply Memoria rate measurement methodology on interstellar travelers. Regrettably, due to the presence of the Garden of Recollection, ordinary people don't pay much attention to the nature of Memoria. She departed this world without much fame, leaving only a few thin journals behind. I came to Penacony to learn more about my idol, and went to great lengths to seek out Dreamflux Reef, all because this is her final resting place. Prodigies always meet their demise prematurely. If only Madame Rosalina had more time, she would have discovered a way to reverse the flow of Memoria.
T'as pensé à fabriquer une énorme machine qui pourrait contrôler son mouvement?
I felt it. The source is in the golden hour. There is a certain anomalous presence stirring the currents of the memory zone. I must uncover more.
Does the name Madame Rosalina sound familiar to you?
Ah!
That's right. It seems like she did a great deal of research and calculations in Dreamflux Reef. Before...
Miss Kami regularly mentions her. I hear Madame Rosalina passed away during the prison war. She could see the Penacony of today. Its people building homes in the memory zone. I bet she'd be really... Our destination is the commercial district. That's where the largest crowds gather in Dreamflux Reef. We might be able to find the others there. Let me go!
C'était quoi cette voix?
There's a ghost! Don't come near me!
Oh my. I'm human and so are you. Can you get a grip? There you are. I've been waiting for you. Quickly, come help. I bumped into a member of the family on the way here.
Let me go! Let me go! I've only done good in my life. Why can't I rest in peace after...
Well, this is how it turned... Me? A ghost? Don't make me hit you. He thinks he's dead. Although, when I first fell in, I also thought the same.
Car pour certaines personnes...
Dear guest, this is not the afterlife. This is Dreamflux Reef.
That's right. Did you hear that? Repeat after me. Dreamflux Reef.
You're talking to someone invisible. If I'm not dead, what am I? I shouldn't have pushed my luck and tried sleeping in my dream. Curiosity kills the Papeshi.
Quoi?
Stop asking! You'll alert the monsters. All the dead are right here. All of them.
Mais qu'est-ce qu'il a pris au juste?
You're not talking about the memory zone meme, are you?
Don't say that name! It's all your fault.
Oh, quoi? Ok, ils sont vraiment venus. Canon arbitral. Adieu.
For you.
Voilà. Il n'y a jamais de problème hein, si on a assez d'armement pour.
duty.
He passed out. His intense negative emotions attracted the nearby memory zone memes.
I see. But why aren't the other people around here scared?
Unlike in the Sweet Dream, people here don't see memory zone memes as dangerous monsters. And even if they pose a threat, people can easily escape by forcing a wake-up call. But we can't just leave this man here. Can we take him somewhere safe?
We can ask Jessie for help. I've gotten to know many locals while waiting for you guys. Everyone here is living a self-sufficient life. I don't know how to describe it, but this place feels like the real dreamscape.
At this rate, the family will be...
Qu'est-ce qui passe? Hydra. On va le calmer. Comment ça qu'il est épeuré? Attends, prends de la joie, ok? Ça va te faire du bien. Les terres oniriques vont me protéger. T'es même pas onirique. Écoute, si arrête de faire peur au monde, moi ça me va, hein. Quoi? Mais c'est une guitare. J'ai oublié comment elle s'appelle. Ah! Mon âge ne peut pas s'empêcher de papoter. Oui. T'es un instrument de musique. T'as pas un âge. Oh, merci. Ajustement de la corde brisée. Oh. Après utilisation et pendant le prochain combat, les perceliers ayant l'attaque la plus élevée inflige 35% de dégâts. Sa probabilité d'attaque attaquée par les ennemis augmente drastiquement. Oh, ok. Oh, c'est cool cette affaire-là. Satisfaction silencieuse. Après utilisation et pendant le prochain combat, les dégâts d'attaque normale, tous les éléments de 45 et dégâts de compétence sont de 12. Ah! Ok, c'est bon pour ceux qui utilisent juste les attaques normaux, mais moi j'ai une squad qui utilise juste du compétence principale. Mais bon, c'est toujours mignon de dépenser de l'argent. Claque des goûts. Protection, bannit le froid qui vous entoure. Ça doit être l'un des 7 bouches d'égout mystérieuses, la bouche d'égout de la préservation. Mais...
I knew you couldn't hold your liquor. Tried to warn you too.
Ouais, non, ça a plus l'air d'être la vraie vie, ça. Ok. Cowgirl interstellaire. Déjà, elle a même pas l'air d'une. Hein. Elle a même pas le chapeau pour.
Well, let's see how you handle a stroke of
Evening, Jessie. Is it evening?
Welcome, Miss March. Who might these be?
These two are my friends. As for the man lying on the ground, he's a scaredy cat who fainted from fright.
I see. Another poor guy who accidentally ended up here. I'll take care of him. There have been a lot of new faces lately. Things must be tough in the beautiful dream. The few remaining havens of freedom in Asdana will soon face trouble.
Ah?
Do such things often happen?
Not really, but they're becoming more frequent now. Guess it's one of the signs of the Sweet Dreams collapse. This man has had quite the shock. Could you help me find a Halovian lady, March? Her songs can heal mental wounds.
A Halovian like...
That must be Robin. She's also here in Dreamflux Reef.
Huh? Robin? But I thought she... Oh, right. The Firefly is here safe and...
Misha's about to take us to her to find out what happened. But for that, let's meet up with Himiko. You were with her earlier, right?
We met some stowaways in the residential area.
Ah oui.
Most of them came from
Des
neighboring star
clandestins.
systems.
Venez du système stellaire.
I heard that places like Dreamflux Reef are scattered throughout the memory zone of Asdana, like islands in the ocean. They existed before the family arrived. I also heard that when Dreamflux Reef took shape, it was the center of all dreamscapes in Penacony.
If that's true, it's no wonder there are so many similarities between this place and the Sweet Dream.
Himiko must be gathering information. Let's hurry up and...
Ah, et puis il dit ça au camo bord.
I knew you couldn't hold your liquor.
Disgrace the family.
Mon bouche. Tais-toi. Vole la bouffe. Non, mais c'est un dessin. Vole le dessin. Couleur de tes cheveux sont différents. Putain. Non, parce que des cils aussi gros que ça, c'est pas normal. Allez, Miko, allons voir Miko.
Let's have a toast to Dreamscape, Stray.
Machin de jouer. Qu'est-ce qu'il fait? Un visage familier, non. Ça dépend quel jouet. Tous les omnitrons n'ont pas la complexité structurelle des citoyens de la planète. Beaucoup de monde et jouets. Pour des formes de vie organique à nos yeux, bricoler des jouets, c'est aussi jouer qu'une structure qui a la même origine que nous. Ok. Je me suis acheté boîte à faire, c'est laid. Boîte à faire se cache sur une unité aléatoire, explose au début de son tour. Inflige des dégâts massifs, nice. Cube insoluble. Pour utilisation, ses alliés attaquent pour la première fois pour un combat, la cible attaque. Ce soigne un montant équivalent au PV qu'elle a perdu chaque 1%. Mais c'est poche. Bloc d'illusion. Augmente les chances de coup critique de 18% et réduit la vitesse au cours. Ouais, c'est pas trop mal, mais bon, déjà le fait de réduire la vitesse, ça fait mal. Jouet oiseau creux. Augmente la vitesse. Zo perd 20% de PV. Au début de chaque tour. Ah,
This is where we split up. She can't...
Ah.
So that's how it is. I never imagined we'd gather the remaining details here.
To borrow Gallagher's catchphrase, what an unpredictable twist of fate.
Himiko, here they...
Ah, perfect timing. Now that everyone's here, I'd like to introduce everyone to Micah, who's partly in charge of the Land of the Exiles. Micah, these...
It's a pleasure to meet the Nameless.
You know?
I've been keeping an eye on you since the day you arrived in Penacony. We would have met under more appropriate circumstances if Dreamflux Reef hadn't been isolated from the 12th Dreamscape. Please, allow me to formally introduce myself. I'm Micah, the Gravekeeper of Dreamflux Reef.
Gravekeeper?
Life in Dreamflux Reef is pretty liberating. Everyone here mostly keeps to themselves, without meddling in others' affairs. My daily task involves cleaning a few tombstones.
You're too modest, Micah. When lost dream chasers stumble upon this place, you're the one who takes care of them, guiding them back to the sweet dream, or showing them how to survive the wild dream chaos.
So, guardian of sorts, hmm?
Were you talking to me, Miss?
On that note, Mr. Mika, which tombstones are you referring to? We didn't come across any graveyard.
They're actually just symbolic stones. But since you're curious, Mr. Yang, I'll take you there. I have a feeling you might find something of interest there. But before that, you have an important guest joining you.
An important guest? Who could it be?
This way, please. The roads here in Dreamflux Reef are a bit like that.
On va aller plus vite, là. Oh.
There she is.
Robin!
Everyone sang so wonderfully. It's not often that I tried this music style, but I've gained some valuable insight.
Oh, I can't thank you enough, Robin. Well, these kids have made incredible progress in only a few days.
Bon, ces 4 kids plus tard dans l'avenir vont faire du K-pop, c'est... c'est good.
It was nothing, Grace. I merely taught them how to sing. It was you who brought hope into their lives. Life must be quite difficult for them in reality, I imagine.
That's right.
Whenever it's time to say goodbye to these kids, they're reluctant to leave. But I've explored every corner of Dreamflux Reef, talked to everyone I met, and they all told me the same thing.
It seems you truly are a child of the heart. Emma and Andy are orphans I took under my wing. Carol there, with her blind eyes, used to work at a nutrition center in the outer ring of Penacony. And as for Gary, he's been with autism since he was a child. They're not old enough to enter the sweet dream managed by the family. If we compare people to birds, these kids are like fledglings with impaired wings. But in this dream, well, they can fly freely. Even if they stumble along the way, well, they're still... And me, an old lady with no legs. Well, without this dream, I couldn't even walk toward them.
I'm glad that you found a new life here in Penacony.
Don't worry, Robin. Dreams have their significance, but they aren't everything. Both the children and I understand this. No matter how long we fly through this dream, we will one day return to reality. But you know what? Emma and Gary aren't plagued by their insecurities anymore. No, and Carol is learning how to cope with her blindness. And Andy is livelier than ever. Well, even I've become more optimistic.
Aww.
You see, in dreams, we learn how to live. Once we return to reality, we learn how to survive.
And should our feathers be damaged, then we share our wings with one another. There's no need to covet an illusory sky in dreams, because we have the right and the ability to fly towards a broader horizon.
It's a relief to see you safe and sound, Miss Robin.
It's nice to see you all again, Astral Express crew. I heard my disappearance caused quite the commotion out there. I'm really sorry about that.
Bah, pas vraiment, ça a quand même été ouvert.
Can we assume that you're fully aware of the situation? And
ever since I returned to Penacony, my voice started to change, until it gradually faded away. At first, I thought it was a temporary ailment, perhaps due to having been away too long. I thought maybe it just takes some time for my body to acclimate to the high concentration of Memoria and Asdana.
Mais non.
And now it seems the root of the problem goes way beyond me. There are elements around me that don't align with the harmony. And losing my voice is just one of the signs of the Sweet Dreams collapse.
The Sweet Dreams collapse. That memo keeper mentioned the same thing.
While I was away from Penacony, The boundaries of the 12 dreamscapes kept expanding outward. Whenever I mentioned the anomalies in the dream, all the family heads refused to talk about it. Only my brother was willing to respond. Later, I discovered the secret letters from the IPC ambassador, which further convinced me that there are hidden secrets beneath the surface of Penacony. So, following the clues in the Oak family's dossiers, I found my way here, the land of the exiles, concealed by the family under the guise of death. A dream within a dream, where Penacony's past is buried.
Hearing you speak, it sounds as if your voice has made some...
I hate to admit it, but the harmony in this place resonates more broadly than within the Sweet Dream. It's regrettable, but the family has experienced betrayal. The traitor, or traitors, abandoned their original principles and, using the name of harmony, exploited people's weaknesses to turn Penacony into the planet of festivities, trapping everyone in the illusion of the Sweet Dream. This is not the strong defending the weak, but rather the strong exploiting the weak. A world without equality won't ever be favored by the harmony. And naturally, those voices blessed by them have lost the ability to sing.
Could there be another force influencing the family's shift in philosophy, Miss Robin? Considering what happened with Acheron, it's difficult to conceive of another entity within the realm of the harmony capable of influencing everyone. Unless a power surpassing that of an emanator is involved.
I'd heard about what happened to the Cienjo Alliance, but as far as I'm aware, the family hasn't faced any such external interventions. Who knows? Perhaps I've just been away too long and missed some. Regardless, I cannot accept my home is moving towards the very opposite of what the harmony represents, while still claiming to uphold it. I must uncover the reason why Mikhail cut ties with the family, and who exactly it was who betrayed us all. Do you remember our arrangement, Mr. Micah? Well, here's my answer. I've decided to forgo my role and never step foot on the Charmony Festival's...
Ah. On a encore 11 heures.
Look here, brother. A little bird.
Looks like a fledgling Charmony dove, but Charmony doves don't live here. So how did this little bird get...
It looks weak and frail. Why don't we find something
This place is too dangerous for a fledgling. Let's take it with us. We can put it on the wooden shelf in front of your window.
Okay. A bird like that must have a beautiful singing voice.
I'll ask the family head to build a cage for it.
A cage? But then...
Let's see. What is it that has captured the attention of the two best interpreters of the Great One? To the point that they've forgotten how to enjoy their dessert. Oh, poor little thing. Doesn't look like it's doing well.
I do. But I don't want to...
Why?
Even if it's small and not fully feathered and can't sing. It didn't come into this world just to be locked up. Birds. Pope.
That's quite the romantic idea. And what about you? Are you...
I think she's right. But if we leave it out in the wild, it won't survive.
Ah, I see. It seems our little scholar is still a bit unsure. Well, let me tell you youngsters a story.
Ben, mets en cage le temps qu'il guérit. Puis
As you probably know, Charmony doves can fly through the air. When they fly really high, the friction caused by the flapping of their feathers against the atmosphere creates amazing lights. We've seen this spectacle so many times that we think it's just something they can naturally do. But that's not the truth. Their radiant display is the result of countless struggles against... Their ancestors were too weak to survive on the ground, So, to escape predators, they started seeking new opportunities. After countless attempts by many generations, one of them finally figured out how to fly.
So, you mean birds aren't born to fly, but they find a way to...
Well, that's an idealistic way of putting it.
I think people believe birds are meant to fly because they've never seen those birds crashing to their death.
That's an interesting perspective. So, have you decided?
For now, I'll keep it in a cage until it can take care of it. I want it.
Well said, kids. It seems each
Ah,
of
c'est
you has found
l'horloger,
your
genre,
own
qui parle.
answer. Your insights are truly remarkable. And I hope they come true in their own way.
We will take good care of it. Won't we, brother?
Yeah. But, Mr. Gopherwood, there's one thing I don't quite understand.
Gopherwood.
And what might that be?
What if this little Charmony dove never learns? I mean, if there are fledglings in this world that can... Should we let them go back to the sky? Only to see them crash to the ground and die?
Talking in your sleep, Birdie? Time to... You look a little unsteady.
I'm still alive?
Yeah.
Where is Robin?
I knew that was going to be the first thing you'd ask. Don't worry, your sister is here, safe and sound. She's probably walking around the streets now.
Ok, c'est ça. Gallagher, il a le contrôle total sur la créature que l'on appelle la mort ou la dormeuse. Tout ça pour qu'une fois qu'ils sont morts, ils déplacent le corps dans la sous-section de la ville.
If I were you, I'd be more worried about myself. After all, right in front of you is the guy who just stabbed you in the chest with a dagger.
If you wanted to kill me, you wouldn't give me the chance to speak. Just tell me your demands, lackey of the Watchmaker.
So, you figured out who I am, huh? No wonder you had the guts to go against the Dream Master and the Four Families. Looks like I made the right choice.
Choice?
You are aware of my plan, see through my fictionology. Time is running out, so let's drop the charades. I'm suggesting we cooperate.
Cooperate? What makes you think I'd cooperate with you?
The fact that the famous Robin has chosen my side. Plus, some clues about a traitor and a bright future for Penacony. Any of that catch your interest?
I find it hard to believe a man who's full of
Fine. You don't have to trust me. What you should trust is...
Yeah.
the sense of justice inside of you.
Show me Robin first.
All right, as you wish.
Huh?
What's your trick this time?
Just kidding. I mean, this lady will lead us to Robin, right?
And the crew, too. There are too many people who you owe an explanation.
That'd be great. Please follow me, Honorable Oak family head. Now, all the actors are on the stage.
Bâillement Carcheron.
This is the monument I mentioned earlier. The names inscribed on it should be familiar to all of us.
Rosalina and Tiernan.
When Penacony was known as a frontier prison, it was the Trailblazers who connected it with the stars. They were the heroes who saved Astana, and their names deserve to be immortalized. Not just on this small stone tablet, but, however, today, the planet of festivities is nothing but sweet dreams. That heavy piece of history is all a distant memory.
If their names are inscribed here...
According to Micah, they died long ago.
Rosalina was killed during the War of Independence. She ventured alone into the heart of the star system to investigate the flow of Memoria, but she never returned. Tiernan was a skilled gunslinger, strong and reliable. He led the people through countless battles, but he didn't live long enough to witness the arrival. In the decade following the war, Penacony faced challenges internal and external. To protect Asdana, Tiernan picked up the way of the Trailblaze again, and led the Lampmoth family to explore beyond the system, only to be surrounded and wiped out by the swarm.
Though I had expected as much, the tales of these...
True to the title of Trailblazer, they spent their lives venturing into the unknown. But
when Dreamflux Reef was created, its owner was still alive. However, he insisted on erecting a monument for himself, saying that it will happen some... Here we meet again. Everyone from...
Robin!
Yeah. Merde. Fuck you. Toi aussi. Mais ça, c'est personnel.
I promised to give the siblings some privacy, so let's talk about our business first. What do you say? That sounds sensible enough. Since you went through the trouble of gathering the family head, the crew, and the Stellaron hunters, I'm guessing you have something important to say? Oh? Is it that obvious?
The look on your face is practically screaming, I'm the one behind...
You're right, Mr. Yang. The siblings already know what they need to, and they've made their choice. But you, Nameless, arrived a bit late. Before we begin, let me reintroduce myself. I'm the founder of Dreamflux Reef, the deputy of the Watchmaker, and the one who sent out that invitation. As Gallagher, the history fictionologist, I humbly extend my greetings to you all.
History fictionologist? So what? Everything you told us...
Well, don't worry. Almost everything I shared was true. Well, except for the part about the family accepting me back.
I double-checked with Micah, and everything he said about the family, the Watchmaker, and Mikhail is...
Thank you for your understanding. Now let's get down to business. I'm sure you're all wondering why I went through the trouble of setting up this battle for the legacy. Inviting different factions, stirring up a ruckus all over Penacony. Well, it all boils down to something very familiar to all of you. The Stellaron.
Bon, on aiguise la batte de baseball.
The Stellaron? But how is that possible? Penacony is a free-flowing interstellar... You're totally correct. So, care to... I wish that were the truth. But if that were the case, I wouldn't have invited all of you. The sweet dream doesn't come out of thin air. If you think of the memory zone as the sea, creating the land of the dreams is like filling that wild ocean with earth to make an island. To achieve this feat, without the help of an emanator of remembrance or enigmata, the only way is to use a Stellaron. And that's not something you can achieve with a simple wish. It requires vast quantities of knowledge, time, and manpower. I'm sure you get what I'm hinting at. In Asdana, the planet of festivities itself is a Stellaron disaster.
The planet of festivities itself is a Stellaron disaster?
It all started a long time ago. Back when the Watchmaker and his crew liberated the frontier prison. They faced countless challenges as they began building Penacony from the ground up. That's when the idea of using the Stellaron came into play. The Stellaron first entered the Asdana system during the war. The Nameless warned everyone against the folly of attempting to tamper with such a power, and most heeded their words. But there are all... The turning point came after Tiernan's death. With two of the Nameless gone, the Watchmaker had to go to the front lines. It was at that moment his rivals saw an up. By the time a representative from the Montour System's family arrived at the Watchmaker's call, the Stellaron had already been activated and was seeping into the primordial synesthesia dreamscape.
And I suppose the family happened to possess the knowledge to seal the Stellaron?
Not just that. They knew far more about the Stellaron than the average person. They helped Mikhail swiftly quell the civil unrest and played a part in building Penacony under the disguise of the Harmony. Those 3 eras were known as the Age of Dreaming. The Watchmaker, who had been left in the dark, sent out invitations across the universe, spreading the hype around the land.
Then, how did they turn against each?
Remember the island in the ocean metaphor? The truth is, the Stellaron was never truly sealed. It existed in a different form within the dreamscape. It's people's lives. The opulent dream is built upon the decay of spirits, with a toxic elixir called pleasure flowing through the dreamscape. It tempts people to indulge in the dreamscape, and gradually their minds succumb, becoming nourishment for the sweet dream. Confusion, laziness, and cowardice. Weaknesses that plague humanity were magnified and nourished by the family. Penacony became a new kind of prison, even more impenetrable than the previous one. Sadly, we realized this far too late. By then, the family had a firm grip on Penacony, swiftly quelling any opposition that arose. At my wit's end, I had to use the power of the Enigmata, and sought refuge in this chaotic memory zone. Over the years, I fabricated a meme within this dream for our use. Dormancy. That's its real name. We exploited a loophole. You see, regular people can't fall asleep again while they are inside the dreamscape.
Ah. Ok. Pour ça qu'ils disaient que c'était une mauvaise idée de dormir là-dedans.
So this is the true meaning of the impossible. You sent out invitations in the Watchmaker's name to find forces capable of resolving the Stellaron disaster and draw them into Penacony to uncover the truth.
It's not just that. Above all, I wanted to see what happens when the major factions engage in a struggle for the legacy. Since this is the Watchmaker's first announcement in decades, the traitor within the family is bound.
So, the legacy is just...
If you want to consider the Stellaron as the legacy, I'm totally fine with that.
If that's the case, where is the...
That's a question for Mr. Wings. The Stellaron is still under the family's control, and as the head of the Oak family, I'm sure he holds all the answers.
Monsieur Wing, je me dis qu'il parle de Sunday, comme par hasard.
Keep at it.
Merde, dans les boutons. Hey, Chicken Wing, wake the fuck up.
Are you done talking? So, will you tell us where the Stellaron is?
It is the Penacony Grand Theater itself.
As I suspected. It's the embodiment of the family. The edifice that first materialized within the sweet dream. That's what turned Penacony into its...
As for the person who employed its power, it is in fact Mr. Gopherwood, the current Dream Master.
Well, that was easier than I thought. Did you conduct your own investigation?
Correct. When I was trying to track down the person who murdered my sister...
Confronting me first turned out to be a smart move on your...
I didn't have other options. The Dream Master has been elusive, and even the heads of the families can hardly get an audience with him. Moreover, Mr. Gopherwood has been kind to my sister and me. And I didn't want it all to end.
What do you mean by that?
To be honest, my brother and I are also victims of the cancer of all worlds. We grew up as orphans, and were adopted by the family when they came to help. Mr. Gopherwood recognized our potential and brought us to Penacony. But I can't just stand by and watch Mr. Gopherwood become an enemy of the Harmony. I won't use my voice to support an evil cause. I won't step on that stage and sing. No matter who
mon
the traitor
dieu,
is,
puis ça
or
va
what
être
orders they give me.
Sparkle qui va le faire place.
I won't let the Charmony Festival become an event that destroys Harmony itself. For the paradise in our dreams.
Indeed. For the paradise in our dreams.
Le problème, c'est que si, oh mon dieu, si la scène explose, le Stellaron risque
As
de
the head of the
trigger
Oak
puis
family,
atomiser tout.
I'm responsible for ensuring Penacony's promising future. Robin and I will head into the sweet dream and confront the Dream Master. And if it turns out that the family has truly strayed from the harmony, I'll fight alongside you. We'll put the Charmony Festival on hold and make sure Mr. Gopherwood pays for his blood debt.
The enemies you are about to face aren't like this old dog here, who can barely even bark. Since our interests are aligned, why don't we team up? Maybe, just maybe, we'll have a shot at success.
We have always been following in the footsteps of our nameless predecessors.
Surtout le fait que littéralement, il y a la mort, enfin il y a le dormeur, l'endormeur, ou whatever, j'ai déjà oublié son nom de son côté.
Yeah, we Nameless won't back down from a challenge.
Allez!
That line actually makes me a bit nervous.
March, tais-toi, ok? Prépare-toi à aiguiser tes flèches.
Rest assured.
Thank you,
Laisse-moi
Mr. Yang.
aiguiser ma batte.
The Charmony Festival is about...
Everyone, let's gather over here. We still need to make some preparations.
Mais... Découvrir ce que Will a à dire.
I may have been quick to step up to the plate, but confronting the Dream Master could be a very dangerous affair.
Écoute, t'es tellement un trou noir.
Huh? Even you're saying that, Mr. Yang?
He's the leader of the families of Penacony, and he has the entire power of the Harmony behind him. Not to mention the Stellaron in his...
Maybe you can just stay behind this time, Mr. Yang?
No, that won't do. Even if we count Robin as an ally, something felt off about Mr. Sunday just now. Although, I can't quite put my finger on it. You're still carrying the keepsake the IPC envoy gave you, right? May I borrow it for a moment?
Ah, bah oui, le jeton de l'aventurienne. De l'envoyer sans mission.
As I suspected, this chip Aventurine gave to you is actually a miniature transmitter. If I'm right, he intends to use it to track your location or contact you when needed. As it so happens, this may actually be of some use.
Aventurine? Is he still alive? And what does he have to do with our mission to confront the Dream Master?
Remember what I said earlier? Working with the IPC is a way to keep the family in check. If negotiations go south and the family show their true colors by going after the Stellaron, I'll use this transmitter to send a message to the IPC. It'll be just the opportunity the IPC ambassador was hoping for. The only question mark in all of this is Aventurine's current status. But the IPC is always listening, especially senior strategic investment department heads like him. Getting the message across...
Good luck to you, Welt.
Well, you take care too. If anything goes wrong, don't worry about me. Just make sure to seal the stuff.
Spoken like a true hero, even if the Dream Master is innocent. The family's corruption runs deep.
Don't you have something else to tell us?
Why would you say so?
Before we departed, the conductor asked us to inquire about the three Nameless in Penacony. We've already collected intel about Rosalina and Tiernan, so the only one left is Legwork. If I'm not mistaken, we've already met him.
It's not enough to say meet, but the answer is pretty obvious. After all, I've hinted at it in quite an evident way. I've been watching over you ever since I received the reply from the Astral Express. And I've seen the great effort you all put into linking different realms together across the cosmos. And now, after getting this far all in one piece, you have truly proven yourselves. Miss Himiko, were you the one who repaired the Express and got it sailing through the cosmos again?
Yes.
And you two, young Nameless, you have very interesting life stories and extraordinary.
Ma réputation de joueur de baseball galactique du Brésil.
Hey, you can't just make up titles like that.
Hey, toi tu
You're
le fais
full
bien.
of energy. Please send my regards to the conductor, Pom Pom. Please let them know that their friend has fond memories of his time aboard the Express, which he reminisces on every time he has a good drink.
Me.
As for the last Nameless, he embarked, disembarked, and embarked again, traveling in a great circle, ending up back where he started. On his deathbed, he told me to find the Astral Express and deliver an invitation to the future Nameless. He left behind a special gift, a true legacy. Something that belongs only to the successors of the Trailblaze. Come with me. Now.
Attends, mais c'est pas lui ou c'est lui? Ah. Rencontrer l'horloger.
Back here again.
Sometimes I feel like you're still alive, old friend. Like you've still got so much to say. I've kept my promise. Brought the future Trailblazers you've waited so long for. I don't know why you were so obsessed with that train. But I remember your last words. Don't let us down, old man.
Qu'est-ce qui se passe?
What's happening?
Je sais pas. À qui les bâtiments bougent? Ok.
Go ahead. His resting place lies in the garden up ahead.
C'est pour ça la pierre tombale non écrit, c'est parce qu'il est pas là.
First and last Nameless of Penacony. Mikhail Char Legward, the Watchmaker.
Ah, mon Dieu. Let's go. Putain. Ouais, non, je vais pas m'amuser à péter tous les ballons quand même. Oh, un coffre. Ça, je vais le prendre. Mais c'est un fauteuil roulant. Rencontrer l'horloger. Mais... Quoi? Sur la surface de la zone de mémoire, dans la partie la plus proche de la lune qui se reflète dans l'eau, une vieille homme se repose sur un siège inclinable sans un bruit. L'horloger Michael Charlegward est entré dans un rêve sans fin et temporel, là où aucun son ne le réveillera plus jamais.
Sure enough, the Watchmaker is the third Nameless. Even I could guess that one.
Ok, ça c'est sa bulle mémorielle.
The legacy he left behind was a dream bubble. I believe inside that bubble, there's something that holds meaning only for the Nameless. After all, when I checked its contents, I found nothing inside. Maybe some Trailblaze runes? Even more enigmatic than me.
Well, let's have...
Touche à bulle. Ok. L'instance mémorielle épaisse se contracte sous la pression. Sous un bout des doigts comme sous ici, le doigt desquels se crachent aux paumes. Ok. Je ne vois rien du tout. La nature extraordinaire de cette bulle onirique ne fait plus aucun doute. Peut-être que vous y prenez pas la bonne manière. Ça c'est fermé, ils ont donné votre souffle. Je me taire. Il y a plus un film pour l'instant contre votre front. Mais.
Wait, what's seriously?
Bah, y'a rien.
How could a dream bubble be empty?
just as I suspected. That old man always had this strange belief in the nameless and the trailblaze. And I never understood where he got that confidence from. Especially since he never managed to get in touch with the Express while he was alive. I could never figure out what was going on in that old man's head. But this empty dream bubble is so typical of him. He was always full of weird fantasies and incomprehensible romanticism.
Ah ben là.
That mischievous old man. Well, I didn't expect him to leave anything concrete behind it.
Don't think that's the case, Gallagher. I'm sure Mikhail has left us the most precious thing of all.
Yeah, no, zusta.
Don't start getting all philosophical on me, all right?
Just as Mikhail believes in the nameless of the future, we unconditionally believe in the nameless of the past. How could they leave with regrets for the future when they were ready to dedicate their lives? There must be something contained in this dream bubble. It's just we haven't figured it out yet. You also have faith in the
Ben, sinon, il y a le
Don't you,
docteur
Gallagher?
machin chouette qui pourrait nous aider.
Well, I'm a follower of the Enigmata. My philosophy forbids me to have faith in anything. That's why I understand what faith means in the path of Trailblaze. And I also want to know what he left behind.
Can I borrow your pet? I need to make a trip back to Golden Hour and check something at the Dreamscape sales store.
Attends, quoi?
It's for Mikhail, and for the future of Penn.
Ah, Boot Hill.
Welcome to the Reverie Hotel. How may I help you?
Greetings. We're the Nameless from the Astral Express. And
The Astral Express?
yes, my companion's already checked in. My name is Dan Hung, and I believe...
I see, but your companion said you wouldn't be coming due to a change of plans.
Now the plans have changed again.
And you...
Me? I'm Pom Pom.
He's my fellow trailblazer. We responded to the family's invitation before he boarded the express, so he wasn't registered in your system.
Oh, I see. Another one of the Nameless had a similar situation. Seems like a lot of people are joining the Trailblaze since there's a precedent. It shouldn't be a problem. Just give me a second to contact your companions. I'm sorry, dear guests, but it seems I'm unable to reach the other members of the...
What do you mean by unable to reach?
My apologies. This is the first time I've encountered a situation like this. However, the system indicates that those guests are still in the dreamscape.
How about this? Give me their room number, and we'll go check on them ourselves.
I'm afraid that's not possible. I need to verify both of your identities before I can share any guest information.
How about you just wake up someone? Let's say, Wilt?
I'm sorry, but there are strict rules regarding forced awakening. It cannot be done without the proper...
So nothing works, huh? What's your solution then? Are you saying we sleep here?
Please be patient. We need to contact your companions in order to confirm...
And now it seems you need to confirm our identities before you can contact our companions.
It...
Oh, fudge. Look, nothing personal, but if you can't handle this, go find someone else who can.
Please calm down, dear guests. I do recall that Mr. Sunday, the Oak family head, personally handled this issue.
I don't think she's trying to give us a hard time. She really just doesn't know what to do.
I have a bad feeling about this. You tried to contact them on the Express earlier, but they didn't.
Something doesn't seem right. I need to leave for a moment.
Sure thing. Don Hung seems pretty worried about his companions.
Let's
I should
go.
give him some space.
Le Fossoyeur.
That won't help anything.
Débloquer une nouvelle page.
The Charmony Festival is about to start.
Hey! You guys here for the Charmony
Well, I didn't come all the way here specially for the festival. Honestly, I don't really even know what it's about. But I heard it's a lot of fun.
Well,
Back in my homeworld, Anaria, we have festivals like that all the time. My dad threw me a birthday party one time that was just as extravagant as the Charmony Festival.
Oh, come on! The Charmony Festival is a once-in-an-Amber-era event. How can a birthday party compare?
Well, you never know, right? Maybe on her world, birthdays only happen once in Amber Era. Anyway, let's forget about that. Have you heard about the, unsettling things?
Unsettling things? What could possibly go wrong? It better not ruin the Charmony Festival! I've been looking forward to it!
C'est quoi ton nom de merde? J'ai juste réalisé JNO.
Relax. With a big event like this, there's bound to be lots of gossip and rumors. Don't.
Oh, that's a relief. I didn't come all this way to see the... Well, looks like I won't get any fudging clues out of these two. They're clueless.
Responsable de la sécurité. Ouais, j'aurais dû parler.
Greetings. I'm Cody of the Bloodhound family, head of security for the hotel. How may I assist you?
Hello. So, there's something I wanted to ask about. I've been hearing some unsettling rumors about... Do you think there's anything to be worried about? I've traveled all the way from the Hawaii Federation, and I don't want my trip to be ruined.
What do you mean?
Wait. You haven't heard?
I'm not sure where you heard those rumors, but they're completely baseless. I can assure you, as a representative of the Bloodhound family, at present, all of the families are focused on making sure the festival starts on time. Even the Dream Master himself has arrived. So don't worry, your trip won't be in vain.
She doesn't appear to be acting. So, it seems that even the whole... Back already?
Hasn't she returned yet?
Nope. I'm starting to wonder. Neither the staff nor the guests seem to know anything about what's happening in the dreamscape, and wherever we go, all we see is...
I agree. Another unusual thing is that the Oak family is supposed to be in charge of organizing the council and managing everything inside, and I walked around the hotel, but didn't meet a single member of the Oak family.
Well, I'll be forked. If I remember correctly, the head of the Oak family is that Sunday guy.
We shouldn't linger here too long.
Not so fast. Have you ever robbed the IPC, bro? If you run away now, everyone will be chasing after you.
Are you suggesting we sit here?
I wouldn't say do nothing. But let's stay put for now. Even if the family
Ouais, non, c'est ça, ça va être suspect si part,
motives,
quoi. Pose quelques questions,
they
pas
couldn't
ce
have
son.
anticipated us showing up here. We're the surprise. They don't want to attract unwanted attention from certain outsiders, so they won't do anything reckless. See? The IPC lackeys are keeping a close eye on this.
If I were a family member, I'd find an official excuse and keep the surprise factors here. If we just wait here, that would be like walking into their trap.
Of course, we don't need to walk into their trap. I gave a backup plan to the memo keeper. If it turns out we won't be allowed to enter the dreamscape, she'll order a drink for me in the VIP lounge at the hotel.
A secret signal.
That's right.
Oh, a concrete object can indeed help the memo keeper establish a connection with you. But Boot Hill, if you have more backup plans...
I'm sorry, but it's one of my quirks. I have too many unreliable friends. And if I reveal that I have backup plans, things can go.
How do we get into the VIP lounge?
This is where my street smarts come into play.
Responsable de la réception. Ouais, non, je pense pas qu'elle est habillée comme ça.
Lobby manager.
Yes, I am.
We're the Nameless from the Astral Express. We wanted to check in, but there's something wrong with your system.
The lady at the front desk said she would contact the manager, but we've been waiting here forever, without any food or water. What the fork, man? Is this how the family treats its guests?
Is this your idea of...
It's called standing up for you.
I apologize for the inconvenience. Please wait while we try to contact Mr. Sunday. I'll arrange 2 premium seats in the VIP lounge so you can rest there while you wait.
See?
Just don't call yourself nameless next time.
This bar's something else.
Sure.
Certainly worthy of the planet of festive.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Hey, I have an order for a bottle of His Donna's White Oak. Can you help us find it?
Donna's White Oak? I think there might be a misunderstanding. We don't serve that here.
Oh, no way. Are you sure you're not mistaken?
If someone had reserved such a beverage, I would definitely remember it. It sells for hundreds of thousands of credits per bottle, after all. I couldn't afford to cover for such an item if it were broken or lost.
That's strange. Well, could it be that the memo keeper couldn't afford it?
What should we do now?
No need to rush. Let's grab some drinks first. Maybe I arrived now. Let's see what kind of juice malts you all have here. Well, give me a glass of Heenum Valley, 40 years. I'll have it neat. No ice.
Wow, that's the most expensive one on the list. You have a taste for the fine.
It's on the house, anyway.
What can I get for you?
Anything you recommend is...
Then I would recommend today's special, Glass Village. It's classic Soul Glad mixed with Laboon juice. It's refreshing and suits your cool demeanor. Just 1 minute.
Okay.
This flavor. Dynamite barbecue with rocket fuel. Ooh, really hits the spot. Truly, the finest sherry cask-aged malt juice in the cosmos.
Dynamite barbecue with rocket fuel. Is that really something that humans enjoy?
Ben, regarde son torse, puis regarde ses bras. Je pense pas qu'il est 100% humain, hein.
Hey, this guy doesn't know anything at all.
As long as you're satisfied, dear guests, please enjoy.
Let's give the memo keeper another half-system hour. If she doesn't show up, we'll need to come up with a new plan. In the meantime,
The situation is unclear. Something must have happened on the planet of festivities. It's unusual for the followers of the Harmony to invite other factions, let alone the IPC and the Masked Fools. If what you said about the...
Actually, there's something else I'm concerned about. Regarding Acheron, as you know, the faction that follows the path of the Hunt are some of the most dangerous folks in the cosmos to mess with. I mean, who in the right mind would impersonate the Xianzhou Alliance or the Galaxy Rangers? It's like asking for a death wish. Isn't there a saying among the Xianzhou people that the Rainbow Sect lets their lugs erode?
Talking. Do all the talking.
Well, you know what I mean. Even though the Galaxy Rangers have been out of sight for years, we've been keeping an eye on this region. Even the dumbest criminals know better than to mess with the Annihilation Gang, much less the Rangers. But that
Attends, quoi?
Acheron
C'est moi ou son étoile
she
sur
doesn't
son
seem
torse
like a
tourne?
lunatic at all. On the contrary,
Ok, non, c'est son
she's
linge.
highly logical and organized. She knows exactly when to hold back and when to strike without mercy.
And you believe that someone like her would have an ulterior motive for impersonating a galaxy?
I'm not entirely sure, but I do have my suspicions. Maybe she knows a galaxy.
Anyway, what worries me more are the anomalies within the family. Unless the...
Maybe it's Shipei the Harmony pulling the strings. People do stupid things out of them, but Eons don't. They stick to their determined path and never turn back, even if they reach it.
You think Shipei's will is behind all?
Shipei.
It's much.
But in my opinion, Akavi.
Oh,
exactly. It's more about.
I don't know what you've been through, but I agree that people must take responsibility.
Je connais pas ton passé. Une épée dans le chest.
No one else can do it for
Ça te va?
That's why the Galaxy Rangers need
Je
to
suis empalé
uncover
par
the
une épée
impossible.
volante à je sais pas quelle vitesse.
I have a backup plan if the Memo Keeper doesn't show up.
You sure have a lot of cards up your sleeve.
Well, going back to my old career would make things a lot easier. By the way, when you were walking around the hotel, did you happen to see any important-looking guests?
What's your plan?
It's simple. We just grab some hostages and use them as bargaining chips with the family. Or maybe we can even take their...
No need for that. We'll return to the Express.
Wait. Are you getting scared? Draw your weapon. Let's make a big scene.
Are you leaving, esteemed guests? Would you like to cancel that Asdana's White Oak you just ordered?
Huh? Asdana's White Oak? But didn't you just say...
Ha ha! Looks like you are a bit intoxicated, esteemed guests. You...
Looks like your Memo Keeper friend has finally arrived.
Oh, right. Sorry, my memory's not the best. You know, too many modifications and all. Anyway, let me check. Well, fork me. It says Donna's White Oak, all right. And there's a note. I'll be waiting for you on the Astral Express.
No mistake. That's her message to you.
Eh,
She
bah.
knew the hotel wasn't safe, so she suggested we find another place.
Well, looks like we took a detour, but now it's back to the end.
You're back? Two guests just boarded saying they were looking for Boot Hill, so I told them to wait in the parlor car.
Oh, just in.
Two guests?
She's one of them. Look, we welcome all passengers on the Astral Express, but sneaking in like that? You have no regard for etiquette.
My apologies, conductor. It was an oversight on my part. I assumed you were already acquainted with the garden. Given the chaotic situation in Penacony, the Nameless are the only ones we can truly trust right now.
Ah, sauf qu'il savait même pas que le miroir est cassé.
You are the Memo Keeper.
Il y a juste moi qui le vois comme ça.
Pleased to meet you, Dan Hung. I've seen you in others' memories. And as for Boot Hill, this is our first face-to-face meeting. I hope you enjoyed that bottle of Astana's White Oak. You sure have a refined taste.
Finally, Memo Keeper. Well, let's cut to the chase. Spill everything you know.
That's precisely what I intend to do. But before that, please allow me
come
to
on.
introduce myself.
Oui, oui.
My
mais c'est
name
bon.
is Black Swan,
But,
and I serve the Garden of Recollection as a memo keeper. I'm sure she knows it better than I do.
Greetings. I'm Acheron.
What? You Garden of Recollection shirtbag! You betrayed me!
ben non, t'as voulu.
I apologize, but she did that at my request. Due to certain reasons, I have been exiled by the family. Thankfully, this memo keeper came to my aid.
To be honest, it was more like stalking than helping. And the process was far from unnoticed. But we did escape.
I asked her to guide me to a place beyond the family's reach and to contact a few trustworthy individuals. Namely, all of you.
Trustworthy? Son of a nice lady. How about this? I'll put a few bullet holes in your head and see what secrets spill out. Then...
It doesn't have to be like that. I'm willing to answer all your questions, but not right now.
If my cover hadn't been blown, we might have had more time, but at the moment, we don't have any other options.
No other options? What do you mean?
This is the only way I can ensure everyone's safety. I kindly request an immediate warp jump out of the Astana star system.
This passenger is requesting...
As far as I can tell, she's not a threat, and seems to be telling the truth.
Okay, mais les
I've
autres?
briefly traveled with your companions and know their whereabouts, Dan Heng. Please rest assured, your nameless companions are safe, but they need our help. As for Boot Hill, you may have guessed. I've been waiting for you. Galaxy Rangers are known for their elusive nature and limited contact with each other. So this was the only way I could reach out to you. Only by doing this can I find a true Galaxy Ranger and fulfill a long-standing promise. To return his relics to their rightful owner. Someone once told me that every rainfall is like a gift from the heavens. Raindrops are said to be the tears of the gods, shed in response to the sorrows of the world. So, how long has this rain been going on for?
I used to believe, just like you, that it would eventually stop. It looks like the god you mentioned doesn't exist after all. Well, mortals who walk the paths are like sailors on a vast ocean, and for some...
Like those shadows on the ocean.
Sin-thirsters. They emerge from the nihility we once made.
Are you watching over them?
Watching over them? No. It was a brutal war. The unwavering is for me.
On t'a pas menti, j'ai bien envie d'écouter ce petit moment de pluie intense.
For what?
For the meaning of the nihility. That's what I've been seeking.
I see. I have to thank you, stranger. I wished...
Before we part ways, I have one more question. It is true that their actions and even their entire lives may seem pointless. If this is what the departed ones expected.
A good question. And what I do know is that one day I too will pass away. I hope that when that day someone will stand at my grave and place a...
Voilà. Me.
When I appeared as a child, my speech, mindset as I grew into adulthood.
I humbly request your blessings, esteemed advocate of Shipe.
Come to me, my kinship. I have sought their presence with...
As you wish. I have faithfully served the Alfalfa family for nearly a decade, promoting the path of the harmony to the best of my ability. However, I made a mistake yesterday.
Mais j'ai fait accidentellement tomber un
dinner
plat.
for the family head, I accidentally dropped a prepared dish on the floor. Out of laziness, I lied and claimed that everything was ready. Although the head has dismissed me as punishment, it has been tough to sleep with the guilt still gnawing at me, as I worried that the seeds of evilness may have taken root in my soul.
Do you sincerely repent and vow to change your way? Have you examined your soul and confessed all your sin? Are you willing to accept the process of atonement? Very well. Show your dedication and goodwill to the family, and you shall be reinstated among them.
Oh, praise Shipe. And thank you.
Next, please.
I wholeheartedly confess to you.
Rest assured, I have implored their presence to be with us. As long as you are sincere.
Oh, great. You know, I arrived in Penacony as a stowaway. I sold
Mes deux
everything
enfants.
to get a ticket.
I see.
My children were starving, and I hoped they'd have a chance at survival if they became slaves here. If I can strike it rich, but the Bloodhound family got wind of it. They're on my tail, hunting me down. I thought I could bring my kids here.
The family is ready to forgive all sinners. I'll ask the Bloodhound family to cease their pursuit. You don't need to live in fear anymore.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh.
Next, please.
Hey! Long time no see, Mr. Sunday. The most esteemed individual in Penacony. And then...
I have sought their presence with us. Let us proceed.
Sure. Let's just get this over with. I have sinned. Please forgive me. I wasted half a pizza at breakfast. And a bottle of Soul Glad. That's it. Nothing more. Can we wrap this up?
Do you seek to atone for your sins through good deeds?
Ah, Sunday doit dire genre. Est-ce que je peux sortir le Glock pis mettre une balle pour ces conneries?
My sins? Starting to sound like a saint, huh? Well, let me tell you something. Neither the family... You think nobody knows what your precious family has done? About the watchmaker? Huh? Don't kid yourself, Featherbrain. Those dream chase... Before you start spouting off your holy verses, answer me this. Where does the power of the Oak family come from? And your power? What makes you think you can sit there all high and mighty? Well, I've spent enough time in confession today to enter the Harmony's paradise, right? Then I'll take my leave. Good luck with your election, and, don't make me regret my investments in you.
Oh, revered triple-faced soul. Hear my... Who can judge the strong when their power hides their crimes? Who can vouch for the weak? Who can comfort the pure? If the strong defending the weak is truly, then who?
Brother? Brother, are you...
I'm fine. I've been working long hours, and I just made a trip to Dreamflux Reef and back. So...
You've been working non-stop on the Charmony Festival, Mr. Sunday, and no one could have predicted this incident. Even if the Stellaron does pose a...
No need to worry about troubling anyone.
It has always been out, even if the negotiation does not
Je m'en fous de ton festival.
The Dream Master rarely
Je veux
grants...
juste retourner avec le Fossoyeur.
Let's hope we...
Indeed.
It's about time.
Don't worry. I'll be waiting here.
It's Mr. Sunday! Hey, come over here!
Ouais. Bon,
Looks like
malheureusement, on va devoir arrêter
Let's go check it out.
pour aujourd'hui. Malheureusement, le stream va devoir prendre fin tout de suite. Mais bon, ne vous en faites pas, on va aussitôt possible, que ce soit possible, reprendre le cours de l'histoire avec le Fossoyeur, Robin, Sunday, Gallagher qui a enfin révélé ses petits secrets visiblement et le reste des sans noms. Mais entre-temps, si vous avez aimé ce que vous avez vu et voulez en voir plus, vous pouvez me suivre et appuyer sur la cloche pour les futures notifications. Sinon, entre-temps, je vous souhaite une bonne journée ou une bonne nuit et à la prochaine, j'espère.